Counter-Strike is, for me, the truest expression of skill. If you were to play in Cologne from the biggest stage you possibly could play in Counter-Strike, I just want to be in that moment. I want to be there with my team. I just want to deliver headshot after headshot after headshot. Hear the crowd roar. Those are the moments I live for. The whole team needs to be on point. We're talking communication, we're talking aim. But after last year, I definitely think of their determination. G2, strength across the board. FaZe, their endurance. Na'Vi, power. Liquid, precision. Na'Vi 2018, perseverance. SK, the back-to-back Brazilians. Fnatic, dominance. And IP, magic.
Here in the corner, takes him down, turns around for the 180, still 15 bullets left. Fiber launches it, are you kidding? It's going to be a double, he does it again, and again, and again! Not in this lifetime, he is destroyed.
The Cole, but he's on the M4, the spray transfer onto Neo. Stack's trying to find the equalizer, but look at Cole go! You talk about double off, he goes down 4, he's got an ace in overtime! He's gonna go down after the time if he's not careful. What to see? Fallen! He raised it! He raised it! And an arc! A power surge right through 2! He's got confidence in his name, and he sees it as a 1v3 in the bomb ticking. This is his environment, this is his dream. Dancing with him, and it just looks so good. Slaps him down! Back in the skull! Let's look at breaks Na'Vi's backs! Poised, he's the top, Nikas up against the Woo, up against the game, and he takes them both in the cathedral!
Laxas, on your feet for your 2025 Grand Finalists, Team Spirit and Mouse!
Across history, only a select few join the greats. The chalice spells legacy. Lifted by those with a divine touch. By those who devote their entire lives.
If you have what it takes to be the best, success kind of follows you from like a young star to a veteran. That transition just flashes by your eyes. So many wins, so many losses, so many trophies lifted. once you realize that the journey is coming to an end, it's a very hard part to come to realization. Hey, 20 years, it's over. But we're a player today, standing on the big stages. I would soak in that moment. I will enjoy it. I will give it my all. Because you don't never know when it's your time to step to the side and let the new ones enter the stage. No regrets.
Landing on top, he's down to 50. Next in line, Smith goes down for it. Charging on in, wrist goes through, he knifes him. Oh my God! Takes down Device. Running them one at a time. He gets a headshot and fallen. He might actually do this. Cole is behind him. Oh my God! He breaks it up. One kill goes down and a second as well, and a third through the box. Than that, he knows if he went.
They have no kids, but forced in a lunge position. Watch it.
So much legacy in these very halls, and the Kingslayers, they now enter the cathedral. Now only Spirit remains between them and going where they have never gone before. And I say only, Jacob, it is only the best player of 2024. It's only Donk and his disciples that Mouse have to best if they want any hope of glory tonight.
It's going to be a massive task for Mouse, there's no doubt about it. Winning against Vitality yesterday was a step in the right direction. Getting into this grand final is a massive achievement in itself, but you're right, Freya. In order to hoist the trophy, you have to take down Donk, who currently, according to me, is the best playing player in the entire world. As Janko said as well, when he's on the server, there's no game that is out of reach for Spirit, and Mouse will have to respect that fact from start to finish.
Yeah, but you said the key words right there is Mouse have to beat Donk. It's supposed to be Mouse have to beat Spirit. And who knows if we're going to get that on the stage today. But Mouse have created this opportunity by taking down Vitality in the semifinals. All they have to do now is go out and seize it. It's right there in front of them. This will be an incredible missed opportunity if they let it slip.
Spirit has played spoiler before. I mean, they came out of nowhere really in Katowice last year. And even at the final event of the year in Shanghai, they weren't really the main favorite for the event. But they just find a way to get it done, to persevere. Their supports find a way to step up, to do just enough to help out Donk. And for Mouse, what better test? You just took down the best team in the world. Now you have to be the best player in the world.
They say if you want to be the best, you have to beat the best. Gentlemen, where do your predictions lay for this grand final?
I think given what we've seen so far in this tournament, Spirit have been the better playing team. They also faced each other in the group stage, as we already discussed, where Spirit ended up winning a very close series. I think Mouse have been getting better, slowly but surely. The quarterfinal against Freya wasn't pretty. Yesterday against Vitality was much, much better, but I will say this. Unless Mouse plays their A game today, I have Spirit winning.
It's destined for Mouse. I don't think the rookie is yet ready on Team Spirit. I think Mouse, pushed by the win yesterday against Vitality, win here in the final.
Yeah, I'm taking Mouse as well, 3-1. I don't think they're going to let this one slip. I think Torji and Exertion are ready to take that next step into superstardom. And even if Donk plays like two players today, it's not going to be enough to match how deep this Mouse roster goes.
Well, so many crave, but so few earn the right to call yourself an IEM Cologne champion. Tonight, one will carve their name into the cathedral. It's Spirit versus Mouse.
A grand final on Counter-Strike's greatest
not a Cologne major.
Where legacies are forged, where legends are made. Tonight, in the Lanxess, we witness greatness. With Vitality out of the running, the floor is open. The odds are even. This is where competition is at its highest.
No one flukes Cologne. Today, we'll have a new champion in this arena. Today, for one of these teams, they'll write their names into the history books. Donk's first foray up on the Lanxess. Mao's German organization with a point to prove.
Germany, man.
The question has been asked. Cologne, are you ready?
Mirage with the opener. Let's go. What a good map. What a good map.
There are scores to be settled between Mouse and Spirit. Let's kick this one off.
I mean, there's a lot of history between these two squads, right? And feels like a fitting final matchup for us to close this chapter of Cologne on. Maus, they overcame a big hurdle getting here in beating Vitality, but they've said this themselves. It would be all for nothing if you only go on to lose in the final. They were one of the first teams to put together how to beat this Spirit squad. So in some senses of the word, maybe a confident matchup for them. Let's see if that follows through in this pistol. It's fast out into the B site. Chopper got players in the right place, and he'll put on a bit of a show himself.
3v3.
Where's Brolin come from? Emerging from the market. He's here to lend a helping hand, and there we go. It's all picked up for Maus.
Mouse on the board. And the writing was on the wall. Spirit, they read that pistol 3 strong, Donk in the right sight, and that's a big question today, especially on this CT side of Mirage. We saw him getting avoided. We saw him getting deserted in that game against Na'Vi. Donk has to have the right read. Spirit have to put him in the right place. But Mouse take that pistol round.
Can't always start off strong, man.
High energy on Mouse, but this is a BO5 that feels like it's going to go the distance. No clear victor. No guarantees. It's a test of managing energy.
No, very much is. And, you know, one thing you'll look at if you go and you take a look at the head-to-heads between these squads, they're always, you know, long back and forth games, overtimes in there and the likes. It's never a clean nor easy win in this series. I do think we have a bit of a favorite in the Lanxes.
Safe bet. Spirit, they don't care. Donk likes to silence the crowd. Spirit are used to playing the villain.
They're really playing this slow.
Can Sway, new boy, on his first stage, hold strong.
Not a bad way for this to start, but he won't be able to stop the spillover for long. The pressure of that's going to fall on Azontix, who takes the first kill when it's available. This is Mouse starting to break through this A-hold.
What was the buy on
Exertion.
What the heck?
Always willing to risk it for a little bit more. Tries to push. Damage done the other way. Exertion in an uncomfortable spot. Hold on, Spirit on this force buy. They've got Mouse on the ropes. Torshi and Jimmy can't play together. They're struggling to meet back up in the site here. And even though there's damage connecting, all the kills come through for Team Spirit.
We don't wait long to see that Donk Deeg, deadly Team Spirit winning that force buy round. They get the stack in the right place.
They force bot and they lost, so.
And Mao's immediately humbled, losing the worst round possible.
Yeah, the round after you die. They lost to pistols, basically. Pistols, a scout, deagle.
Mouse, it's no question. Force required. But hardly a pretty picture with Spirit armed and dangerous. Mouse go back to the B site.
They're really playing this slow
ready
this
to give
time.
this up. If the spillover
Really
comes in
slow.
for Mouse, they don't have to live and die on this B position. Tucked in, 2 players. Mouse waiting that ramp smoke before they do anything. Brolin make them panic?
Gonna be hard pressed to do so, but he has that little dribble of util, and so you're hoping that Brolin can at least keep 3 players here. One of them will be Donk. There's that full exec out in towards A. And this is Maus getting ready to pick up the pace on the B site here. They just moved away from that retake setup. Chopper's actually dedicated himself into the site here. He will get sniffed out. That's the Tech 9 to find it, but the rotates are already arriving. Maus's plan has not worked. Spirit have not been redirected, and Donk is right where he's supposed to be. Nails that follow-up. Brolin's plan, read like a book.
I just hate seeing Spirit win, man.
Spirit, do not fall for it.
Donk is just undeniable, making it look nice and easy, in the right place every one of these rounds so far. So mobile, given the freedom almost of an AWPer on this CT side, on the rifle. For Maus, it's about consistency across this team. It's about your 2 stars of Xerxon and Torchy showing up. For Spirit, it's all about Donk, Donk, Donk.
Yeah, they're glazing the kid, man. Donk, donk, donk. Donk this, donk that.
Maus take a breather.
Not that he's talented, but...
Time to talk this one over, right? We've heard from a lot of players now how stressful it can be going from the walkout straight up onto the stage, getting behind the PC, and you're in. It's a time to go over these game plans and make sure everything goes according to plan for Maus. They're just gonna walk in through this smoke. Chopper is very, very close on the SMG. They find him. There's a follow-up tag on Shiro. This shouldn't get weird.
Jeez.
And luckily enough, oh, hold on a second, Jimmy. Can't believe you started rooting for him there. 2 off the Glock.
Yeah, good.
A bit of chip damage in at the end and a chance to address this coming rifle round for Maus.
Good eco for Maus, but it's all about the gun round. Delayed till number 5 after Spirit's force buy. Of course, you're going to have to wait for that AWP. Meanwhile, Shiro immediately.
Maus will sorely miss the Torchior, but for Shiro, a chance to go uncontested. Someone whose AWP has been hitting very, very hard. That's a nice opening from Brolin. The captain provides. He gets past Donk. Donk who, say Maus? Steamrolling this round, isn't it? Not even close. Shiro's AWP. Now 1 kill to try and claw something back, but this shouldn't be enough to go off it for Team Spirit. They're still walking in. But I don't buy it. I don't believe they want to try this round.
Inconceivably hard to lose for Maus. It's not even a kit in play, Harry. This one's just damage here for Spirit.
There's a kit right there. Chopper's just showed us. What's he trying?
Hoping the Maus are going hunting. He's not entirely wrong. Brolin is in the B-apps, but still leaves a 2v2 in the bomb site. Shiro should save missed shot, and Maus make it happen. It's a nice connection, but even saving this AWP is but a guarantee. Maus allow it for now, taking their 2nd round with 3 alive, building their own economy as Spirit call a timeout. I'm expecting close maps every way. I'm expecting a long series with overtimes where little details make all the difference. So Halley getting on the mic early here for Team Spirit and reaffirming the game plan here into this next gun round. This is a Spirit who've had to insulate themselves, ignore the noise. A team that came out of nowhere to the top of the game, trying to reaffirm themselves in a matchup that has not done them well.
Just kind of battling for the early stages of Mirage here, and this is Mouse's chance to pull themselves up into the lead again.
I really like how Mouse is like taking control of whatever site.
You know who you're going to face if this is the real estate you're playing for. Roland, just right now, seeming to take it in his stride, tries another head-to-head versus Donk. And this time, Donk comes out looking better. It's not that 5v4 for Mouse. They lose their captain. He's now leading from beyond the grave, and they entirely look to vacate mid.
Spirit immediately changed his setup coming into this round after Brolin's pathing last time. Shiro covering that upper mid cross. Donk having lower. Your two firepower pieces here on Spirit controlling the most important part of the map. They get their 5v4, they pull back. Shiro rotates without AWP. Donk hangs around. Low health, but rarely holds him back. Sway, good timing on that smoke. 40 seconds here. Mouse are surrounding him.
Lamp flash, lamp flash.
Drop down just allows Spinks to be much more aware of what he's running into.
Shiro.
He was not prepared for the Shiro AWP. Oh, Sway with a quick position swap. Gets past Jimmy. For Exertion and Torshi, this is a rough round now. They're split up. This smoke down cutting the site in half. It's not going to be easy for Torshi to try and plant this bomb. Exertion with cover. Oh, there's Shiro to stop it. No plot for Mouse, no chance for Exertion.
Wait, whoa.
Whoa, what's going on here?
Shiro gave him a chance, but Exertion have one chance to make that work, one opportunity. And it's just gonna miss the mark.
Already some chaos showing, right? Both players fighting with 5 seconds left. It's an impossibility to win that round if one survives. Shiro makes sure it happens by the skin of his teeth. Shiro, the epitome of a safe pair of hands, knows how to live, knows how to play out the round to the last second. He survives for Spirit. Mouse forced by up with a couple of guns.
A Mouse hero gun round, yeah. This is a move you're gonna see a lot from Spirit later in the game when they're the ones on this T side.
It's nice for Torshi to come out and support Exertion, who saves his gun. But can they put them in the right place? That window boost a bit awkward.
I swear Zontex is just a robot, dude. Dude has no emotions.
Jimmy does that boost because he has armor as well, so still armed and dangerous here. Goes back for the window fight, and Zontex is just locking down this half of the map. Calls Donk around with the nade, and he gets there just in time to find Jimmy on the creep out through lower.
They're fearless. Another nade, slam dunk, does deny Spinks anything in this round, and armorless is Brolin. Donk's just gonna swing on 10 health. Fearless. It's a matter of time here for Brolin. Spirit make it so. 5-2 lead on the CT side.
That just feels brutal for Mouse.
They butchered that right there.
2 guys in the round, but the nades raining in. Zontex on peeks out from window.
That dude's next to that chick. That dude's a nutcase.
Too much. Those guns don't make a dent.
It's just been a good sign
like
across the board
monkey,
for Spirit,
bro.
right? It's not just been the Donk show, although he's taking his typical fight. Everyone's getting involved. Sway holding always for one on this A side. Zontex, different positions every time. He's the short player. We've seen him on the balcony. We've seen him fighting window. Right now, Spirit are hard to read. Can Mouse get a grip on it?
Hoping that pause has answers. The thing that's looking and feeling concerning right now for Spirit is it's been a team effort. You've seen games even in the playoffs where Donk had to be the one-man army. We all remember his ace round. 2 kills, plants the bomb, clutches up at 10 HP. Right now it's a very even distribution for Spirit. There's not a weak link in sight. So often it feels like if you can get past Donk, you can get past Spirit. Not looking to be the case in this game.
Leveling up in a grand final, that's what they play for. Spirit, who are no stranger to the stage. Mal's only started to break into these trophies on stages this year alone. Exertion up short, overwhelmed by Zontix, who does get traded, but still, Spirit are happy with that. Don controlling this connector smoke, and Brolin's being very loud about it, but this is all a distraction for the meantime.
Chopper now hears the footsteps. He's going to instantly start calling these rotates if they're required. Chopper, a hell of a lot of damage, and that second man on his way. Shiro playing with confidence here, looking to charge down Torshi on the plant.
Dink is called, and Shiro, who believes in his captain, just runs him down. Wins the round single-handedly with that move. Bomb plant denied, and Jimmy just has to save.
I love how quiet this shit gets, man.
Hows have to stem the bleeding, man. This is starting
That
to
crowd
feel
is
kind of
quiet.
rough. Spirit really in full control over this game. It's been little isolated one-and-done incidences for Maus. All the streaks that belong to Spirit, and that's leaving them in a very powerful position here.
Yeah, I think the fear is, you know, Maus used so much energy taking down Vitality yesterday, and obviously they've been thinking about that for months. That's all they've been trying to do. They finally do it. It takes a masterclass game from both Exertion and Torshi. And then you've got to find more motivation. You've got to level up again in a grand final the day later. Against a team, while
I don't know, Vitality, that is a good team to beat, man.
Of this very event.
Them 2-0ing them, come on.
And none of those games being clean, none of them ever being easy for either team when these guys match up.
Not easy, but I think Maus will come back.
What Brolin's preparing here, he's taking some time out to speak to the team back in spawn. He's got a little bounty of util dropped for himself. Torshi with smokes. Scary that he's throwing the smokes, that he's worried about the A ramp push.
Don't worry, Spirit are playing safe. They're in no interest of giving up this round. Zontix even pulling back on this B site in time as well to support Chopper. This is the full Maus roster moving in. The nade is ready.
So he's the only one that took damage there. No one else took damage with that nade.
Two players in B are going to be looking at short. I'm pretty sure that window smoke has missed, and so both players for Spirit.
Oh my god, dude.
Fixated on the apartments. Attack Chopper, 4 kills deep.
Oh
He's
my.
gonna round it out. Words to life.
There may be no hope.
It's a clean finish for Spirit.
Call the timeout. Call the timeout.
Making the easy rounds look even easier. Not a good sign for Maus on their map.
He's typing get fucked.
Second timeout coming in. Cyclone trying to calm the troops down. Torshi brings out his first AWP, and this has to hit. Like we've been setting up, these 2 stars of the show that showed up against Vitality.
He just sat in the smoke. Watch, he just sat in the smoke.
For Exertion, it's been a rough go so far.
And he was low.
Whiffed shots, messy sprays. And Torshi make up with some pinpoint precision.
That's insane. It's nuts. He just became impact player, I guess. He's 11-6.
Torshi really roaming, and he just got a little whiff of Shiro there, seeing the barrel of that orb. Torshi knows this is a tantalizing prospect.
I don't think Torshi, he's just not feeling it this game, man. I think the final stages get to his head.
With the smoke down, he still finds a shot. Double up for Shiro, skewered in the
They're holding angles, they're exposing themselves. He's too worried about certain things that he doesn't need to be worried about. Like last round, he's like trying to throw the smoke but watching ARAM. I mean, every round Spirit has played pretty slow. They've played very safe.
The net is closing, flank is in, and might not be
They're just being aggressive, and I hope on CT side they can just kind of hold off and let Spirit play aggressive and come back.
Shiro 11 and 2. Chopper alongside him.
This is a wowzer.
Comfortable as well, willing to take fights, not sit back on his laurels. A player who every game he's played after Spirit says, yes, it was good, but I could have done more. I could have played better. I haven't shown myself just yet. Well, maybe a grand final is the perfect place to do it. Magic's would have.
Mouse just left clutching at straws. I mean, this is running the risk of being their slowest starts in all the playoffs thus far. Posted a similar scoreline in that semi-final versus Vitality, but they went on to kind of return to form in that. They gave themselves enough room. The big worry is that 2 rounds simply isn't enough. They need some degree of purchase here. They're hoping Sphinx with a hero Galil, another one of these kind of cobbled together buys, will be enough to break through the Spirit ranks. This is a game where Chopper and Shiro are the ones topping the charts. That's not an indictment of anyone else. Donk 8 and 3, far from problematic. Zontix being a nuisance, and feels like you're always meeting him in a different position for someone who's supposed to be finding themselves over towards this B site.
Could the window booster be the way in? You've got to get past Donk. The first piece of the puzzle, Zontix forces that kill. And Mouse are just getting strung out, slowed down in middle, waiting for something to come to them. Nothing is but death.
No, they haven't had the initiative in this game. That has very much belonged to Team Spirit. Trying to claw it away with the pistols, but not a hope in hell's way. Quick swivel.
The pace has just been underwhelming for Mouse, right?
Yeah, I just think
no
they're
go-get-em attitude. They've
they're
not
ahead.
done any fast splits, no quick executes. Couple of times going towards B, even in weakest setups. Chopper's holding his own for a multi-kill every single time. Mouse needs some energy. Need to be reignited on this T side, because right now Spirit is just saying, thank you for taking down Vitality. We'll meet you there. A Spirit who, oh, not again.
They missed that now a couple of times.
It's disastrous. It might cost you.
Yeah,
Lucky to be living, not for long.
Missing that mid smoke, man. Yeah, it's over.
Any more?
That's the thing. He's 2 kills deep already, but he doesn't feel the pressure to overextend. Doesn't feel the pressure.
This might be a quick grand final. We might not get all the content we want.
A damn good game. Don could just ease back into this 4-on-2. He's done the hard work on the round.
And even Mouse picked Mirage, I guess.
This
was their pick.
The bomb site, and sure, Mouse get the bomb. They get to reset off of middle, but is that really a means
Spirit
to an
is
end?
Ancient Spirit's pick.
Their end, perhaps. Spirit wait for even a warning sign on this A site.
That's kind of already know they're not going to get an overplay here. They're going to have to go and seek their fortune. And there's Sphinx in the feed. Jimmy out next and dead at the hands of the Shiro Orb.
They were just too strong, man.
Spirit
Too strong.
setting a very worrying precedent to open this grand final. It's Mouse's pick and Mirage, and it's not going swimmingly. Runaway success for Spirit as they lock in double digits on the half.
They look like they can go on forever. And it's only the first map.
My brain feels like scrambled eggs after that marathon. Seriously, how do you recover from this?
I don't know, man. Looks like a long run. We need a quick reset.
Hey, cheer up, boys. It's only a best of 5. Refuel yourself.
talking about the clutch, right?
Yeah. You?
Yeah, I guess.
Spirit arrive into this grand final with a point to prove, 10-2 up. One of the only criticisms you've ever looked to levy against Team Spirit, the lack of support around Donk. Well, here they are all hitting hard. They are all playing lights out. For Mouse, this is the slowest start they've had yet in the playoffs. To say it's going to be an uphill battle to try and recover on their pick, a Mirage is an understatement. It's going to start right away in this pistol round.
Yeah, looking scared, looking timid for Mouse, a team that took down the world's best yesterday, comes in quiet and cold to their map pick. Pistol or bust here. Spirit with an execute. They love this A site in this opening round. Smokes land fast and Xertion's pushed out. It's going to have to be a retake for Mouse.
Not the way you wanted it to go, but a contingency you were certainly prepared for. Retake setup, util aplenty. Kit for Brolin, but an immediate dink done on a Torshi. That's a nice nade kill.
Bomb denied. Back again. Ooh, they changed the spot. Back in spawn. More dinks land for Spirit. Damage done.
What they planted for, you wonder if they're going to try and set Donk up to fight for this CT control. He's got Sway here to back him up. They end up kind of tagging each other and strung out in no man's land. Mouse looking for that first step in the marathon comeback. The pistol round, the first requirement, and they haven't fallen down. Defuse held, round secured, and a lifeline has just presented itself to Mouse.
Yeah, they've got to drag themselves back to shore on this CT side. And sure, we've seen a lot of comebacks in this tournament. Some one-sided halves close up very quickly. But nothing's guaranteed till you get Spirit on Eco. This force is coming in. Mouse can use the crowd's energy. Spirit drown it out. A cold and unwavering machine, uninterested in what the people want.
Now, you know when it's a Spirit Force buy, you can never get too ahead of yourselves. Interesting note, it's Sway with the Galil.
Donk doesn't take less than an AK.
Man, a high standards and fair enough. Gonna try and get it done with the D. Spirit is setting their size on the A-bomb site once again. Brolin will be under the microscope. He's got Exertion nearby. Torshi just moving around at the perfect moment. Brolin putting his pieces in order.
Retake will be uncomfortable with no utility for Mouse. They've got to thin the herd early. They need these couple of opening kills.
Moved everyone around to the right place at the right time has Brolin.
Nice.
And he's got the shots to back it up. They will start to spill over, but that damage you were looking for, that's been done. Zontix and Chopper both low, both wounded, and as Exertion hides in their stead.
Oh,
that was supposed to be the Mouse's advantage.
Oh dear.
The
Nice.
rest of Mouse move in and will make up for it.
Let's go.
They recover that.
Come on, baby.
No weirdness. No Spirit Force by win.
Torshi 3K sets him up for an AWP very soon here for Mouse. That's a good sign if they're going to believe in the comeback on their map pick. Close but no cigar here for Team Spirit. A team that would love to make this clean. Blown out of Katowice final against Vitality. Spirit aren't here for a competitive game. They're here to make a statement.
Slow him down.
They're here to do what was done to them. before that, we've got to wait one more round. Mouse do the housekeeping.
I mean, look, this is the first streak of rounds that Mouse have been able to embark upon in this game yet. You didn't fall down to Spirit's secret weapon of those 4 spies. Maybe the worst kept secret. You stood the test of time there. And so now you face them in the rifle round. You're gonna have a Shiro AWP to worry about. You've got everything Spirit could possibly need. It's a bit of a bonus for Maus. MP9 on Brolin. No AWP for Torshi either. And so maybe an aggressive move made here as Exertion jumps out through the window. He wants to be involved right off the top of this round. Could have matched up with Donk, who lurks in through lower tunnels, but Exertion just dodges him.
You know, at times these T-side rounds for Spirit have felt very slowly. On maps like Nuke, we saw it yesterday, not making quick moves, arguably waiting far too long to get going. And so to make a statement in this first round would be very important. Don coming out under pretty early. Spirit walked through the smokes.
They're only down 5 now. They're this is
Miles
this could be a close game.
It's not too bad. It's going to leave Donk on a lurk. Not typically where he's
They just
found.
keep playing Spirit slow and just holding sight. I think they'll be able to.
The familiarity between these squads, right? It's
They'll get some rounds. They'll get some rounds.
At these perfect timings. Mouse with a solid understanding of the tempo Spirit like to play at. Spirit knowing these aggression routes. These paths
they're
that
set
Mouse
up.
look for to open up. Are they ready for a double setup in at the ramp?
He turns
That's
around.
about the best start you could have hoped for. Oh, wow.
Let's go.
Fishing for a little bit more. Torshi has to stand up, though. He's now the only guy left over here at A.
No,
That's because
dude.
Donk's got on this
They
tear
took
through
the
the
other
back.
side.
Torshi, work cut out for it.
Wow.
No problem for Donk.
This is not looking good.
Jimmy wondering how did this go so wrong? And that's how.
We waited, and we got what we wanted. Donk 4K first gun round, the record breaker, the champ.
It's just looking like Spirit's a little strong on Mirage.
Holds the MVP, the highest rated MVP for both Katowice and the Major. He looks to add Cologne into that book. He looks for the trinity of trophies in Cologne, Kato, and a Major. 2 out of 3 in less than 2 years on the scene. Donk's undeniable. And he delivers Spirit that knockout round.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about how it's felt like a real team effort for Team Spirit. It's nice to know Donk can still do that. Just take control of a round single-handedly.
Even when things go so wrong, that push on ramp with the MP9, finding a double kill. Mouse leaves Spirit in limbo, and Donk just ducks under it. Triple kill on the flank. That's what we came to see today. Mouse, eyes on middle.
Both teams know these mid-fights will be available if they go looking for them. And up until now, Mouse haven't minded leaving this part of the map a little more empty, but we're going to see a change here. Exertion, 5 and 13, having a real rough go at it to open up this grand final. He's been instrumental in these Mouse victories. You want him and Spinks to put the squeeze on mid, put the hurt on Team Spirit. They've lost Jimmy out through the apartments. And so all 3 players trying to leave the connector for this retake. They get past Zontix. But this is the comeback or the hope of it. This is the lifeline being grabbed by Team Spirit. And they can pull it away here. There's nothing left in the tank for Mouse on their opening pick of Mirage. Op shot for Shiro sails past this way. The new boy in the Spirit jersey waiting back in market. Waiting for his time to strike. He's caught out. That's where Shiro has to show him how the veterans do it.
No. Overcooked. And
surprised he just sat there in the fire like he knew he was burning.
No
Unless he
business
just
to
in
win
the
that
moment.
round.
Wow.
He misses his shot, and it's the fire that engulfs
He
Team
missed
Spirit.
those 2 shots too. That's kind of nuts. I will say. I wasn't expecting that to happen in the round.
That's
Look
no
how he
CT
burns.
Molly, I'll tell you that. Rough one to lose. Will it mean anything?
Come on, boys.
Will it matter in the long
Pull together.
haul?
Get together, guys.
Because if I'm going off of history between these teams, that's the exact kind of round that will break Mao's back in and make this a competitive game once again.
I mean, this late in the game, this is kind of the swing round to end all swing rounds. Both teams are all in. So the winner of this takes it 2 for 1 for Spirit. That could be the end of Mirage. For Maus, it's the promise, it's the hope that they can save themselves on Mirage. This time Spirit looking a little more decisive in their opening setup. They've got 4 players over in the apartments, and you can see that Chopper, after throwing that mid-utils, move back around to join, and this is a B play, and Mao's ready for that. This is a real change of pace coming their way. Spinks gonna hold the line. Oh, and there's the double.
Come on, Mouse.
Lone player left with a piece of that trophy to defend.
Also's come in very
They just
quiet.
can't mess up.
Exertion,
They can't
that's
mess up.
a huge double kill. Stopping the tip of the spear into that B-bomb site in that important round you set up. That round that opens the game back for Maus. A miss smoke, and so Maus don't lose any info. They sit back, they wait to finish what Spink started.
They're boosted.
An unclearable position.
Yeah, putting him up in this boost and then having Jimmy play in this long angle. There's no way you're getting into B. Even though the bomb's making its way around now, Zontic still looks curious to give something a try here. Oh,
yes.
He's gonna fall on the cross. I think they were just
nice.
I don't even think they wanted to play that round.
That was done. Couldn't find his kill into the B site. Can't find his escape either. Maus traps Spirit in that coffin. 7 rounds with 5 alive. Now there's a shot.
It's a huge pickup. And what a time for Spinks to get activated, right? It's been him and Exertion kind of having this rough, rocky start for Maus. But putting up 2, and it's Donk that he stops first on that sprint out through the apartments.
Let's go, Maus! Let's go, Maus! Let's go, Maus! Let's go!
5 alive round, no less. And heading into that last one, it was both teams with money on the line. A 2-man save for Spirit means they cobble another buy together. You've seen this.
Send them.
Eagerness to always
Send them,
bring something
guys.
into the
Come
round.
on.
What Donk in this team kind of enables you to do, to remain competitive, even when you're scraping the bottom of the barrel for a buy.
This is no longer what Spirit wanted. A nice, quick, easy beginning to this BO5 final. Reality sets in. They're going to have to work for even this map. And while they've done it once before, this is still a grudge match. This is still a game Spirit are looking for revenge. After that Austin quarterfinal, denying them yet another run in a major. Spirit search for that silverware, that chalice, the only trophy that eludes them. Last year, this team went out in last place at Cologne. Quite the return to form. 30 seconds here, Spirit setting their sights on B.
Oh, it's an awkward spray for Jimmy. Not the start he wanted. Spinks has been asked for.
Alright, you got 2.
Multi-kill, but it's Chopper's lurk. Oh,
Fucking
God,
Chopper always lurking, dude.
He's deleted Torshi on this rotate.
You can't rotate here.
And now they're trapped. There's a reason they call this the murder hole, and Chopper might have to teach them that lesson. Brolin trying to come up with a way to get through.
Burn him! Let's go, baby.
Banks it into Chopper.
Still slows him down.
It's wasted a lot of time. Donk's
Yeah,
been put up on this boost, and
so
Shiro
much
watching up
time.
from the car. Mao's having to make their mind up. Do they want to give this a go, or did Chopper just waste so much time they can't even consider
No,
it?
they're not taking it, dude.
Mouse. I at least thought they'd give
Damn.
it a go. Try and go fast back through market together, but Tau thrown in. Spirit allowed to graduate to 12. Chopper looking like a star player right now. In defensive B, putting up round after round. And here on the T side, demanding a window boost. And the results speak for themselves. Entries into B, capitalized upon. Spirit hold map point on Mao's pick. They're loving that.
Yeah. Nice for Zwei as well to see his veteran captain withstanding the pressures that come with a grand final and playing some of his best CS yet.
I mean, we have a series with two very strong individuals. For Brolin, it was a rifler that we didn't even know wanted to in-game lead, switch to this role, have to jig things around on the T side, but still looking like he can hold his own as an individual. For Chopper, he's a player who's been at the top of Counter-Strike for such a long time, across multiple rosters, making major runs with rookies, and still showing off his individual form.
This is Spirit hunting for the W. Spirit looking for the win. And even though it becomes a bit more labored than that
This might
initial
be it.
10-2 scoreline,
To be honest with you.
still yet to have had that moment where
least
Maus
for this
felt
map.
truly in this opening map.
That was their chance, right? Breaking the money of Spirit. That was meant to be the way in for Maus. Immediately responded by a force buy. Spirit's aggressive purchase sets them up.
Chopper is just too
And a
strong
scoreboard I've just
lurking.
never seen for Spirit. A full team game. No weak link in sight. Everyone holding their own. Donk 1 kill above the rest. And Zwei been reliable in his positions while 11 and 11. There's nothing to hate right now about this Spirit second half.
Playing this very slow, asphyxiating style as well, where only every now and again do they throw in these very jarring pace changes, and then they'll go back into these slow,
Everything's just so
creeping
slow.
rounds. Maus are full of uncertainty. They don't have a huge degree of confidence on this map yet, and Chopper continues to chip away at it. Jimmy's tried and failed in some of these B-holds. That guy's just been triple mollied, but he's still back there. I mean, they certainly think this is clear. What a check from Donk! Why would he be looking there? 3 Molotovs to flush out Jimmy, and he still gets cleared. He thought he had the element of surprise. He thought maybe he could be the golden ticket, but no. Spirit have swarmed over Maus on Mirage. And Spigs knows it's over. Spirit punishing win to open up this grand final. And they're doing it as a team. Chopper is savoring this moment. He played like a beast. It's lights out from Spirit to open up the final.
Next to every
That
cathedral
was
is
a
a
rough one.
graveyard. Maus's Mirage buried 6 feet under.
One short. One flash! He's one flash! One backside, 3B. Short, then backside. Backside, then rocket. Rocket. Backside as well. I'm holding backside, Jimmy. 3, 2, 1, go. Backside. Look it. Backside. That's kitchen up. 3v1. I think they put kitchen door. No, you can peek on me. Peek on me. Peek on Ludi.
Yeah, I'm ready to peek on you.
I think you saw kitchen door. Not sure. Out.
Nice!
Bro, I think. Let's see window. One window spamming. Go down there. I'm on it.
Let's go out now.
Ticket. Let's take it. Let's take it. I killed off kitchen. Off you.
Deep
Off
head
jungle. Come in picking Joe. CT as well. Both.
He close. They will come CT. Let's hold. Let's
Should be all 5 guys. Bomb dead. One more stairs. But let's just stay
Let's do CT.
I go back.
Yeah, we are thinking.
I'm Dink, Totan. You went back from stairs. But let's wait for close, okay?
But I'm 3 first. Yeah, 3.
I have a flash. You're going. Two up. Robs and out. Rob. One more. I'm chilling. Triple on Tetris. Palas out.
Sandwich.
Oh, kill sandwich. Nice. Palas. Yeah, I'll take the smoke.
Nice. Smoke.
An unholy spirit in the cathedral tonight as they absolutely storm their way through Mouse's map pick. Pretty much every single individual on the side of spirits showing up. And on the other side of things, Jason, I think your fears, they might just be coming true. Is this Mouse already out of gas because of the celebrations of beating Vitality yesterday?
Man, I think that first half was maybe some of the most timid I've seen Mouse play this whole event. I mean, I guess maybe you can scrape together something positive from the second half, the little mini comeback, but yeah, this they opened up very flat, very low energy. I think the concept of them being the deeper team in this match, this map at least, went away. Everyone from Spirit firing on all cylinders, everyone contributed something. More people had opening attempts on the Spirit side of things. Mouse just, I don't know what happened. That was not the Mouse that I expected to see when they stepped onto the stage.
They exercised some demons yesterday, but a new one entered the stage today, and it's a big one. It's Donk, right? And I think we talked about also how Spirit finds a way in some of these grand finals. Donk is going to be their best player always and forever, right? But it's the support cast finds ways to have impact, and I think we saw that on the CT side from the likes of Chopper at times towards B, from the likes of Zontix towards mid, and very early on playing him towards A to sort of confuse Mouse and maybe put them off kilter.
There was just nothing working out for Mouse on that T side. Everything that worked out yesterday, with Exertion getting an awful lot of opening kills, with Broland finding success in the middle as well, shut down by Donk, shut down by Sontix in the beginning of the game. We said Exertion went 12 for 12 in opening kills yesterday. He went 2 for 8 in this game alone, didn't do anything whatsoever. So yeah, I agree. You know, Donk had a fantastic game. The support Castle Spirit had a fantastic game, but all the things that worked yesterday for Mouse, with Torsi playing well, with Exertion playing well, non-existent in Mirage.
Should we just dive into round number 12, because I think that perfectly summarizes the hurt that Mouse will put under in that.
I feel like it's a great round to showcase the viewers, because it's just all falling so flat so quickly. I know at this point, obviously, the first half is already lost by Mouse. The smoke is, you know, not landing. That's not good. You run out middle and you just instantly die 3 guys. Donk coming out from connector. Shiro willing to fight from window as well. And when Donk is playing like this and just shutting you down together with Sontix, there's only so much you can do for Mouse. So at this point, we're 20 seconds into the round and the round is already over. And then you can see a 2v4. Both of them are trying to walk out of Palace. There's nothing they can do to turn around this first half, and that is a symptom of what we saw.
I hope it's more gameplay related, right? Because the first gun round from Mouse was kind of just like dry, like they didn't execute anything. They sort of walked down mid, got a fight, walked up A ramp, got a fight, and nailed both of them. So I'm hoping the flatness was like a game plan idea of something they want to execute, and not like an indication that the players mentally aren't like fully energized into this match.
I think they had multiple problems, right? They won the pistol, and then like the first gun round after they got reset after that, right? We could see Kali take a timeout, and Donk, once he died in that round that Mouse won, was like very frustrated. It felt like someone messed up, didn't flash for him or anything, because he was just standing there with his gun out, right, in the middle of connector, being sort of double swung. And then after that, Spirit doesn't lose a round for the remainder of the half, right? And the big problem for Mouse was there was a couple of rounds where they saved, but they couldn't get the bomb down throughout this half. They were just losing rounds without getting into the bomb set. So they were caught in this cycle that we almost never see anymore for the T side. Lose a round, half buy. Lose a round, half buy. And sure, they buy the hero AK and they try to do something, but there was just nothing there. No openings, no bomb plans, and just having to, you know, try to do something with very little in terms of equipment.
And then we move into the second half, and of course, as it's written in the stars, Donk has a moment, and I mean, this is the end for Mouse after this, right?
I feel like that's the death punch. Round 16 right here. Mouse is doing a tremendous job, you know, in a great setup right here. Roland with an MP9, getting the most out of it, baiting for his teammate as well, getting a nice multi-kill. Love the way that he's jumping the opponent right here. Gets traded. Torsi as well, maybe a little bit unlucky with not getting this kill. He gets caught in the moment, and then Donk is happening on the other side of the map. 2 entries, and from this point on onwards, as Janko said, that's just Donk taking over the server. That's Donk winning around single-hand. It's 10-5. It could have been 6-10. It could have been another save coming out of Donk and the boys from Spirit. But when you can have one player who just single-handed turns around where Mouse played picture-perfect Counter-Strike, then what are you supposed to do?
No, Jason, we had the Jordan shrug. This felt like the Donk shrug.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, what can I say? You know, like especially here, the first kill he got, like jumping on the boxing connector, I think on Exertion was particularly nasty. And also, prop to Chopper for realizing, you know, he ran the hell back with the bomb right towards ramp, understanding that help is coming and I don't want to die here. Like, I need to just keep this player on the ramp contained.
Yeah, I mean, every time you step into the server against Spirit, right, like you tell yourself, Donk's gonna have these rounds. Like, Donk's just gonna win a round like this. Like, we have to just accept and understand. It's the same concept when you play against Zaiwu, play against Simple. They're gonna do some crazy shit that wins them around out of nowhere. But the problem is Mouse has typically always had Torji or Exertion on the other side to do something similar, to match up with it. And there was no one on the Mouse side matching up with anything that was going on in the server today, or at least in Mirage.
And that's the problem, right? It wasn't just Donk in isolation. We could look at him and go, okay, he had a hero map, and it was just him hauling the boys on his shoulders. But it was everyone, right? Even Zontic stepping up.
Zontic stepping up. He was 4 for 4 in opening duels. I think 8 rounds into the game as well. Very active on catwalk, very aggressive. You had Chopper, you know, pulling out an ace out of nowhere. I know against a weak buy, but still, that's Chopper. You had Shiro having another fantastic game. I feel like we're almost doing Shiro injustice by talking about Donk 24/7. He's had a great tournament, you know. I know he's not as flashy as Donk. He's not as impactful as Donk as well, but slowly but surely, he's also having a great tournament. And there's also the case to be made that we're back to this whole simple electronic era where Shiro would have an awful lot of MVPs had it not been for Donk.
Yeah, probably.
I don't think so, man. I think a lot of these guys would not have many trophies if it weren't for Donk.
Yeah, I would say the same for Simple and Electronic back in the day.
If it weren't for Simple on that Navi team, I don't think Electronic would carry them to as many titles.
Yeah, that's fair. And I think that, you know, I feel you, because I think we've talked a lot about the focus on Shiro is always how passive he is. I think the biggest problem is it's not that he's playing poorly or that there's something inherently wrong with that. It's that there are going to be moments where that has to change, and it doesn't change.
I think that's the problem when you talk about Torji and Exertion versus Shiro and Donk, right? Torji and Exertion can both create an opening and make you pay and like force something, perhaps.
Yeah.
Shiro gets openings by punishing aggressive plays from the opponents. He doesn't do it by using the best spawn and like going for a super aggressive pick. Sometimes, yes, he's been trying to do it more, and it's good. And it's just like, I don't want to get caught up in this conversation, because for Spirit it makes sense to have more of a guy like that than, let's say, someone like a Monesi, because you can't satisfy everyone. Not everyone can go for the openings at the same time. But yeah, absolutely. He's the great yin to the yang of Donk.
And obviously in this game too, you had Zontix performing well, Zwei performing well, Chopper performing well with good sequences. You had the whole team from Spirit, which is, I mean, to me it seems like it's backwards. Like, you should be having the deep roster delivering for you if you're Mouse. Like, look at the guys they have on that team, and none of it was there.
Let's just say we're happy that it's a best of 5.
Yes.
Right?
There's a chance for redemption, but it's not looking great when we look at it.
Not, but it can turn around. Maybe this is just them like, okay, guys, we beat Vitality. We still have a game to play, you know? Like, let's not overthink it, you know? I'm sure they'll get the words going. And they had worse starts to best of 5s. They did lose 13-0 to Vitality.
They could still lose that best of 5 though,
right.
so...
And then they came back to win the next 2 maps. So, I mean, there's still a lot of Counter-Strike to be played, and there's not a single map where you can say Mouse is completely out of it.
Okay.
Like, Ancient is the next map. That went into overtime the last time they played it, and Spirit was able to eke out the win. So I don't think you're going to lose confidence or get too down on yourself if you're Mouse.
Well, there's a few things that has to change, you know. Exertion has to find more impact. Torsi has to be part of the game. He was not involved in a single opening kill or a single opening duel in the first 16 rounds of this game. So as much as he's like the moral impact of the guys, as much as he wants to hype it up, he was a non-factor whatsoever with the AWP. You cannot have that happen if you're Torsi. You cannot have that happen if you're Exertion. We brought up the argument that if Donk is not opening opening up the rounds, then no one else will do it from Spirit. Same could be said here. If Exertion didn't do it on Mirage, which he was trying over and over and over again, no one else did it. So I was a little bit disappointed in Tosi, and that has to change on Ancient.
Spirit with an absolutely flying start to this best of 5 grand final, and their map choice lays in wait. It's going to be an uphill battle for Mouse because it's Ancients after this.
From humble beginnings in Hanover to greatness in Katowice, our journey is our legacy. As we arrive at what we thought was our peak, we instead discover a whole new chapter.
Right, then, left. That's the shot. Oh, but forgot my keys. I'll cover you. Flashback. Oh my,
Don't worry, bro. I got your back.
Here at Face It, we try our hardest to get you the best POVs. Faceit.com/watch.
The man, the myth, the legend, two-time major winner, Fallen. Ooh. All right, well, no, look, we're here for one reason only. It's to eat. It's lunchtime. Let's get into it. What flavor are you after? We've got a bunch here. We got doner kebab, chicken burritos, sweet and sour, broccoli and cheese and ham chicken, cheese and croutons.
I think I'm gonna go broccoli and cheese or cheese and ham.
Broccoli and cheese.
I'm gonna scold your hand here. This is the keyboard arm there, right? So we're all right. if it goes wrong, it's the keyboard hand. There we go.
Oh, he's going with the chopsticks. All right, I like it. Look, there's a lot of debate about this, right? And the modern Counter-Strike players, your Donks, your Monacies, your Kiyosukes, they look like freaks. Like, I watch their VODs of Facer and they look like absolute animals. People are debating, is Zywoo the new GOAT? Is Simple still the GOAT? Do you think one of these kids who I just mentioned will overtake any of those names? What do you make of the modern breed of the superstar Counter-Strike players?
You know, if one thing that I learned over the last years is that someone is always gonna surpass something that you expect to not be surpassed. Like I won those tournaments in 16, 17. Fair made a joke. You guys can only dream of the many of titles we have, like all the picture and trophies, you know? 1 year later, 1.5 years later, Glaive and Crew has 4 majors and like they're laughing at us. And then we see Simple, like nobody's gonna ever touch Simple. Zywoo kicks in, you know, he'd probably surpass now. And then as soon as you see Zywoo and Simple, suddenly new kid Donk. This first tournament he played, I don't know if it was Cologne or not. There was Katowice, right? Yeah. He played a tournament, we were like, what the hell is this? I have never seen a performance like that. And they were like, if this guy can do that all the time, then there's no conversation. So yeah, I think people are always gonna surpass, most of the time they're gonna surpass expectations. So yeah, these new kids, they might surpass him, but it's gonna take a lot of work, bro, because he's doing a lot of work.
Awesome. All right, thank you for your time, Fallen.
Thank you, appreciate it, bro. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the noodles.
Hello, I'm Zway, and I joined Team Spirit in July of this year. I knew it like 2 weeks before official announce. I think everyone knows that I'm good friends with Donk, and he told me before major that spirits are interesting in me. If they show not best performance on major, they will make changes. 80% that I'm gonna be on team. I don't think that's a really big difference between top 5 team and 30 in like in game. I think it's all about experience in big events and just mentality. Like how you prepared this game and thinking in the middle of it. I don't think I feel that much pressure because I was already in friendship with Chopper, Shira and Donk, so I'm just joining a new family. I don't think I feel really much pressure.
Spirit set their sights on the silverware. Mouse's map pick passes them by. Looking to repeat their dominant entry to Katowice last year with a 3-0 final, Spirit starts strong. Only Mouse can answer the question, how much do they want it?
It's a BO5. It's a war of attrition, but only if you can survive. And that fight for survival, well, that's going to start right now. Maus learned the hard way that you can't start slow in the Cologne Grand Final. Spirit are playing with confidence, playing with pace. They're looking like an uplifted team. And so quickly, the moment you've always dreamt of can pass you by. Your dream becomes someone else's reality. The lesson learned remains the same, and that is that Cologne, in all its history, in all its stories, Cologne waits for no one.
Was that win v Vitality all for nothing? Spirit coming in hard and fast to this grand final, point to prove.
Oh, and they might come in with the pace and the pistol too. Looking to embody in this round what they did back on Mirage. It's Donk at the front of the pack. Two players either side of him, a third ready to peek. There's no way Donk should be getting out of this alive! Spirit! They blow the bloody doors off this B site! And Maus have nothing to play for.
Well, we know it's a comfort map for Spirit. We know it's where they do some of their best work. It's a map Maus haven't won in 3 months. Even lost to Spirit in the group stage. It's not a good sign when Donk comes through Cave into a triple setup and rids every single one. Spirit know what it's like to be blown out of a BO5 on a stage. Losing to Vitality 3-0 at the dawn of this year, they don't want to let that happen again.
No, I mean, that event really did serve as kind of the wake-up call for this Spirit squad. It might be the home of the best player in Counter-Strike. Vitality were the ones that shook this team up, that shook them to their core in how one-sided that BO5 was. That was where you saw them start to make changes. First, the Shiro's playstyle, getting him a lot more involved and active on the AWP, and then eventually, after a lackluster finish at the Major for a squad that are aiming for trophies, they make the change of removing Magics from this lineup, bringing in Zwei. Donk's hot prospect pick. Another exec into this B site, and once more it's Donk at the front of the pack.
Looking like decisive rounds here for Team Spirit. Maus might just have to throw in the towel immediately. They've got nothing to contend with this B control. Long taken. White Swing could offer up something here, but Spirit smoke it off. They shut the door this time. And Maus are given no runway to take off. Even that bomb plant delayed. None of this matters. The round is already decided.
Something I'm going to be keeping an eye on here is I kind of want Maus, when these guns make their first appearance, or in this force, if they're able to save on all 5 players, I want to see some moves made by them. Go looking for some of this map control, because if they're going to sit back and kind of let Spirit have the runway to run Chopper's vision, I think that's very, very hard to stop them in. And it's something where a lot of teams have been able to kind of get in the way of this Spirit squad, right?
Yeah.
Bring the fight to them early, deny them some of this key control. I sometimes have a tendency to peter out when that happens if the fights don't come through for Team Spirit.
And Maus can know what to expect here from the Spirit. It's actually quite, in the depot, it's quite weak on the B lane defense on T side. It's just Chopper and Zway usually working this position. Donk's coming out late out middle. There's definitely gaps available to make ramp pushes, to come through the cave with aggression. So the Maus have it in them to show the face that they showed yesterday against Vitality. Right now, it is just Sway open on this B-bomb site. Maus got to deal with a push out middle. Donk, fast as ever, forces that first.
This is a good start. There's some of that aggression we wanted, though. Finding a 4v4, dealing with Donk and a lot of damage onto Zontix. This round actually gets kind of scary now for Team Spirit. Sure, they're only up against these pistols, but you're flying blind. That's a very good Molotov to allow Zway an advantage turning kill, but it's quickly forgotten about. The bait and switch for Brolin. Now he's armed. Now he's dangerous.
Nicole Park can be spammed. Brolin gives it a go. Very close. But it doesn't cut it. Maus now have to get the retake going pretty quick. Boost over. Thins the herd again. This one's on Chopper.
He played really well back on Mirage, but it's a very tall task, and spam connecting. Chopper feeling the pressure. Flicks back over. Can't get a handle on Jimmy in time. Zontix might be very low on health. But he's got the bomb to play around. He hears the footsteps. He's letting Jimmy misplay this. And there's no time left. Zontix, a safe pair of hands indeed. And a 7 HP clutch to keep this clean for Team Spirit.
I mean, this guy is ice cold. That's his whole brand. Disinterested. Sits back and lets Maus lose the round themselves. You're not going to stick that one with no kit. Nice try for Maus, showing a little bit more face in that force buy, but now comes the rifle, where they can't get swept under by Team Spirit, who are so strong on this map.
Toshi Zorb gonna make an appearance. Brolin ready to clash in cave. Ooh. No one wanting to be that first piece to fall. Leaving it down a chance on the spam. Sway looks very interested. Feels like he wants to go back and fight Brolin here. A decision he might come to regret. This is nice for Maus. Bit of initiative taken. 5v4, but they're still going to come through with more aggression onto the lane. Zontix waiting for it. Chopper's punished Brolin back in cave. That cancels the aggression down through ramp.
Yeah, they don't want to get sped up on this B-bomb site. The exertion just runs into Donk. And caught by surprise, Donk never is. Lightning fast.
It's been cut in half now, right? You have no idea. You're flying blind as to middle, as to what's happening on A. The only thing you know about is this collection of players over on the lane, and so Maus take a gamble. I want to try and face this, and that was a chance for Torshi. It will sail past Donk.
Exec can come in, but Maus are fully stacked here. We're going to have to earn this.
Floating around on elbow. But the bomb at the B doors, Spirit feel very committed here.
Are they running out? They're going to
try and go over to A. They're linking up with Shiro. They're leaving this B site. They've dodged the stack with seconds to spare.
Very ballsy call here for Spirit. Looks like it's paying off. Just got to stick that bomb and plenty of cover to make it happen. 4 rounds on this T side. Maus are calling numbers on B. They know everybody's there, or at least the bulk of Spirit. The goal to make that call to rotate with 20 seconds. And that's why it's a Spirit home map.
if you're Maus here, one of the things you were hoping to depend upon was your ability to maybe outcall and outmaneuver Team Spirit. You've certainly seen some ugly T-sides from them at this event. But in this final, Chop has been one step ahead throughout, it's felt like.
Yeah, and it doesn't help the Maus also aren't out-shooting Spirit in any regard. Not a single player really matching up with what we got back on Mirage. Your Star's silent. Exertion struggling. Torshi's orb is at least saved. It gets to go again. Dong just constantly breaking this mid-smoke with HE, but he's never even facing it. It's just making Maus fear climbing up heaven. They do it regardless. Mid cleared, Maus slink back. Exertion calls for the re-smoke from B side, and Maus take control. We're seeing more moves made by Maus in this round.
All right, Brolin. All
right.
right.
Now they're paying off.
0-4. Not looking good, not looking good.
The bomb's still indecisive as to where it's hoping to end up. It looks like they are going to go link up with Chopper here on lane. Now leaves Zontix to play out a little bit later. He can either commit to this mid lurk or take the really long path around and rejoin his team. It looks like it's going to be the latter. Spirit want the numbers for this B hit. The whole map is quiet right now for Maus. Torshi's seen nothing on A, Jimmy hears nothing in Donut, and so that bit of suspicion has triggered the rotation back around from Exertion. 3 strong at the perfect time for Maus. Spirit coming to the stack, and so this is where Maus have to hold the line. They're getting the exact play they were hoping for. Still, Spirit scrapped for the space. Missed shot for Shiro costs them. And it's Brolin on for the ace. Just on. No! He won't get past him! Oh God! Brolin thought he'd already done it! The round now rests on the shoulders of Jim Pat. Laid up through ramp. Zontix now looking the right way.
Let's go, baby.
Not in vain. Jimmy does right by Brolin. Brolin does right by Maus. They're on the board.
A sigh of relief, if nothing more, for Maus. Look how hard they have to scrap just to get in this game. That was all the advantage. And even then, coming down to the 1v1 at 3-on-5, their Spirit make interesting.
Spirit with the timeout. Exercising caution.
If Maus have any nerves, their in-game leader will hopefully inspire them to step up on this stage. A team that finally took a trophy on a stage for the first time this year. For the longest time, Studio Merchants were Maus. We need more from the rest. Brolin again.
There we go.
Does it alone.
Nice, Brolin.
Shows his team how he wants them to stand. Double kill comes in, but Spirit get the space. A is free.
Let's call this rotate back around on a good timing again. Has Brolin though 3 strong, about to reinforce this A side of the map. Torshi's orb cutting the site in 2 will deliver something more for Maus.
Never get ahead of yourself.
Walk through the smoke, that's punished. Spinks knows better, keeps his eye on that route to aggression.
Now they're playing.
And
Now they're
Zontix
playing.
left as the last man. Baits the shot out of Torshi. The intrigue right now is coming from Brolin, who's gone all the way around the world. Started this round off over in Cave. He was the guy to put that first on the board for Maus. He'll collect
Good
their
stuff.
second as well. It's their captain doing the heavy lifting. That's 7 kills in the last 2 rounds for Brolin.
Excellent work for the young Swede.
His cup
Kid no
snake
more.
thing.
on this ex-academy team. But the rest of the nest need to wake up. That's back-to-back rounds, one out by Brolin alone.
Catching that double again is a thing of beauty, man.
Oh, tonight out middle. Spirit wanted to go. Don got stuck in the smoke.
Yeah, they were all
blinded.
in. They were 5 players trying to go through that mid-smoke.
And so Donk changes out, sells a Tech 9, buys up a Deagle.
That's kind of cool, doing it so quick that he could go back and trade onto the Deagle.
Knows what he wants. Can he put it to use on this B bomb site? Again, you wanted Miles to make plays. Harry, you've got it. Ramp taken. Lane locked out. Brolin in the position to stop the spillover.
Down two. Down a map as well.
Run back through spawn. They won't remain there. Give it another go.
It's great that Brolin's having this type of performance, but is it just a band-aid fix? It has to be there. And him keeping the game strung along long enough for the rest of this Mouse squad to get activated. Can't ignore the struggles that Exertion has had in this grand final so far. It was a slow start back on Mirage. He's 0-5 here, but this might be his round to finally have some impact. He's been waiting for it. Shaky on the first, but he lets his teammate clean it up. It's 2 from Exertion. Faith in Jimmy to stop this spillover.
Doesn't get bogged down on that first player. Knows he's just pathing deep into the bomb site. Jimmy has his back. Xertion still gets 2. Hopefully waking up now. Mouse find 3 in a row on this CT side after some very clinical rounds from Team Spirit. They call out their second timeout. Already not gone to plan for Spirit. They wanted more.
Spirit might have called the pause, but you saw Cyclone there very animated. So while Hallie's trying to kind of bring Spirit back into this game, it's Cyclone hopefully reiterating that this is far from over and that right now things are going according to plan.
Yeah, Mouse are in a
Keep this up, keep playing with this confidence, denying the map control. This is what was missing for Mouse back on Mirage.
Yeah, they're in a decent position, not starting completely ice cold here. Winning out a couple of clutches, stopping fast plays for Spirit, forcing them to go back to the drawing board.
Donk did have a very good mid spawn, but he's not going to use it.
All right, they're coming back down 1.
Util from him to stop a mid take from Mouse. Meant to make life a little easier for these players out on the lane, but with Brolin pressuring and the game this guy is having.
All right, Brolin. All right.
Everyone that's dead entered this area of the map.
Chopper.
He's even got Exertion nearby, ready to swing out through heaven. This is a pretty potent double setup.
Ooh.
And if Spirit try to go on this, they've got to be ready for the crossfire. They've got to be ready for the second man swinging. With Chopper already
I don't know, maybe for Mouse it might take a game or 2 for them to figure out how they play and to counteract that, but
that's when Brolin brings a second man over. Spinks arrives just in time to save his captain.
At the back of the head for Mouse, they're worried about Don coming out elbow, and they won't be wrong in that assumption. Exertion's moved out of middle. He's realizing there's a gap, and of course,
it
Donk
seems
is
like
taking
Mouse
it.
is
He's
fighting
found the
for their life
perfect
right
timing to move into Donut. Meanwhile, entry up B. Spirit look to speed up the pace. Donk is left in limbo in middle. This can come into play later.
Nice,
Spirit
Brolin.
Though, with a double cave setup, Brolin keeps the pressure on, and Mouse flood this bomb site.
Nice.
Donk might not play a factor as Mouse.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Solid for Spinks. And we have our second entry on this CT side. Brolin gets his support and Mouse get a 4th round.
Let's go.
Seeing some fight out of Mouse after all.
The longest streak of rounds they've been able to put together in this series yet. 4 in a row. Can they sweeten the deal as it's just these pistols on Team Spirit? I don't think Donk liked being left out of the picture in that last round, so expect a bit more of a focus on him here. Him and Sway gonna try and walk into the red room. Exertion, it's tricky. Tech9's flood him down. Now an AK into the ranks of Spirit. Donk
Nice.
midair knocks out one more. But Mouse had the numbers. They
Let's
were
bring
ready
it
to
back,
contain.
Mouse. Come on.
And they could find themselves in the lead. They just have to stop this Zontix chopper. Tech9 2v3 with the bomb loose. Spirit really don't have a lot to go off of. The one thing Mouse are mindful of is in playing around this bomb and grouping for Red Room, they've given up a lot of control everywhere else. And they're not like sitting still in the silence of this round. They're going to group up and maybe look to clear mid together here.
Info is everything. Figuring out where Spirit are coming from is the name of the game. Smoke is a middle finger to Zontix. Mouse try and find out what's going on.
Zontix making noise. Oh my god, he's grabbed the bomb.
No, yeah.
Won't be able to get away. Brolin stops him. And there's Chopper spotted on this wraparound. He wants to die here. No use staying alive, but 15 seconds. Will Torshi do him the honors? Yes, he will. Mouse up in the lead. Not something you've had to worry about yet if you're Spirit.
Yeah, I want to see Don get out middle here for Team Spirit. He's been pretty tamed on this T side, just going slowly, playing late timings. Sometimes pace has felt like the problem for Spirit. Arguable if they're constricted by the cooling. Certainly appeared to be the case on Nuke yesterday, when they found 2 rounds on their T side. Missed red smoke though, bit of a disaster if Donk does decide to swing out this time. Full blindness in the molly, Donk hits a spray at least, but Mouses take their plunder and they get out. Brolin re-aggresses.
Nice,
He is
Brolin.
a nightmare right now for Spirit. He is sucking their soul out of the server.
Oh, they blew the smoke open, but the nade goes too deep. Brolin gets out.
Brolin's on point right now.
And he's gonna fully shift away out through mid. Him and Exertion. Know they've cleaned up the mid component. And they know where the rest of the fights lay as well.
Mouse play retake. Spirit can't attempt a last ditch split back through Donut. They have no leg room. Forced to finish on this B bomb site where Mouse await them.
Torshi's up on this line and Spinks here to back him up. Spinks, one of the first guys to kind of get activated alongside Brolin in this game. And Brolin, even now in like the dead of this round, in a 4-on-3, he's still making the plays that really shore up the defense. He's pushed all the way through main. He's got the info for the squad that this
Nice,
needs to be
Torshi.
hit. And so Mouse don't move a muscle.
Nice.
They know they've got Spirit right where they want them.
Chewed up, spat out
Let's
by
go.
Exertion. Triple kill round, and suddenly Mouse are a part of the conversation. Spirit in their crosshairs, 6 rounds straight. Felt like we were going to get a Spirit beating. They've shrunk back in their seats.
I'm left nervous that this might be the toughest round to stop yet. It's Donk with a hero gun, and if one thing, he's kind of been a little bit bogged down in some of these mid-rounds, some of these slower rounds that Spirit have played. When they give him the hero gun, he's very much the guy to watch.
Issue is
they're going to do everything they can to set him up. Torshi's up on the line. A boost available.
Nice, Torshi.
Dreams for Torshi.
Get out.
Oh!
Just shy of the magic 4th. It's a bomb plant, sure, but Torshi's done all the heavy lifting on this round, or so you'd like to think.
Nice.
Chopper dealt with. And Sway, well, we've said he's been unproblematic. Not necessarily feeling the pressure of the final yet. In a 1v3 like this, what can you expect the rookie to do? Knows about the AWP in Temple. It's the presence of a 3rd player out in main. Brolin's just given that up. Sway now knows where everyone is. Does that make dealing with this any easier? No. Mouse claps down upon him. And on the wings of a Torshi collateral, this lead continues to build.
And there's so many ideas for Mouse. They seem to have really good reads right now about the pacing of these rounds, about where Spirit are going, putting the AWP in A finally at the perfect point in the game to stop that hero AK from even getting out into the bomb site. Brolin started this streak. Mouse are here to finish it. Looking for an 8 rounds in a row to finish off their CT side. It's a disaster half for Spirit in a map they've made their home. Mouse come knocking at the door. Brolin again, unrelenting in his aggression, and even with a missed B smoke, it doesn't stop Torshi from fighting down the ramp. Spirit run into this B site.
Brolin's been the stopgap for Mouse. He's been the one who, in their darkest moments, has been able to provide. Will he stop Donk?
Let's go.
Yes, he will. That's his parting gift to Mouse at the end of this round.
Where is Shiro?
Let's go.
Backing off into the cave, an unlikely 1v3. Shiro doesn't know where to look. Mouse are closing in. And Shiro might just get left in the dust. Tries it on the timing shot. But there's nothing in this for Shiro. Surely gets them off the bomb. But now it's all down to chance. Play through the smoke and they find him. Mouse. They will recover. Revenge. A dish best served cold as they lead the way on Ancient. They've got Brolin to thank.
Coming back.
Select
don't scurry away from the bright lights. They show up here on Ancient, they give us a game. 8 rounds straight on CT side on a map they haven't won in months. Those T-side woes for Spirit just keep coming. We had it the other day, almost let them down for Na'Vi. 2 rounds on the T-side of Nuke, some slow starts.
Chopper's making sure his cheats are detected.
They've got to showcase that again.
Papa Chopper.
Yeah, and it all started with Brolin uplifting his team. It was a string of multi-kills from Mouse's captain. The first player to truly get switched online, but slowly but surely the usual suspects start to appear around him. Spirit, a new challenger approaches here. A dormant Mouse from map 1, awake in time for Ancient.
My drillers.
Maybe they were just playing dead.
Lulled Spirit into a full sense of security. That 4-0 lead felt like the beginning of some dominance here for Spirit, but you said earlier, you can't fluke a final. It's also equally hard to run through it dominantly. Spirit know that better than most after entering into Katowice last year with a 3-0 over FaZe.
And for Mouse, there's probably been some good takeaways. It's this idea that this was the Spirit T-sides they were expecting. This was more what was anticipated in this series. You kind of got that, and you got to play against it on your terms. One thing you can't doubt for this Spirit squad is their resilience and their ability to turn it around when they get onto the CT half. There's a reason they get to this final while struggling throughout some of those T-sides. And so the job is far from done. Pistol round starts now.
Let's go, baby.
And it just might start off with a bang, and
Let's
there's
go.
an instant clash out in middle.
Later, Don.
Exertion getting the better of Donk. It's a nice way to start, but these Sway Dual Berettas instantly flip the script. We're back into a 2v2.
And they're panicking, they're running that
Later,
rotation
Don.
quick. Chopper already knows before Mouse make the decision where they're ending up. Exertion took down Donk and Shiro to start this round. Him and Zway chase an ace. Bomb getting planted. Exertion peeks out for more, and Zway, young man on the stage, put to rest. Chopper v Brolin, captain's clutch.
Clash of the brains. Clash of the smarts behind these teams. Brolin's trying to toy with Chopper. But can't hit the shot. And the brains of Brolin spill out against the back wall. Chopper gets Spirit on the board in the second half.
He's here to silence that crowd. He loves the booze. Spirit feel no fear. The machine chugs on. Without Donk and Shiro, Zway finds a way. That is the worst way to lose though for Mouse, to get those entries so cleanly and still run through a B smoke. Spirit don't even get to rotate or panic. Mouse's best opportunity to make this a clean one. Gone with the wind.
Feels like one of those rounds where you're already committed to the call on the other half of the map. Exertion kind of exceeds your wildest expectations. Oh God, Chopper!
Oh, he is.
Pushed down through ramp and Exertion. Well, he's got the hero gun.
Oh.
This is a buy the Spirit should be all too familiar with, and it's being used against them to devastating effect.
No time like this to show up for Exertion. It might be enough to win this round. This player in the site caught out completely. Spirit don't make a dent to the offense. Better buy means nothing. And Donk denied the chance to play.
Getting out of your force buy round with
Let's
5
go,
alive,
baby.
it's no small feat. Big shoes to fill for Donk in the next round. as he will be that, will have to be that defining man to stop Mouse from running away with this map.
Yeah, and Spirit took that very round at the start of Mirage.
Even now on the save, it's so far from guaranteed. Donk, they're all coming his way. Nothing for Team Spirit to work with. Mouse go for the full punish.
Even more devastating for that to happen on CT side, even less to work with. And few chances here for Spirit to survive their map pick as Mouse look to split the difference.
Crowd here are asking, where is Shiro?
It's a good question.
3 and 11 on Spirit Star Orpa. Usually one of the guys that can keep pace with Donk up top of the board. It was him refreshing his play style, getting more and more output that was meant to make Spirit a force to be reckoned with. Well, he's nowhere to be seen in this final yet. Aggression out into the cave, Brolin with the entry. And you cannot ignore what Brolin has done for Mouse on this map.
Exertion does get caught. That is a gun to Donk, and you never want to arm this dude. But do Mouse avoid him entirely? Looking into that B-bomb side right now, they play defense. They play to stop Donk from getting going, but you can't stop this guy easily. 2 kills at range via rifle. Brolin, the hero, put down early. It's a good grenade. It opens up a path on A. The Mouse want to take it.
I mean, Toshi thinks to himself, we get it. The guy's good at shooting, but dodge this. Backstab out for Zontix as he tries to replicate the Donk move out through Red Room, but it doesn't connect.
Flank is so huge in this round. There shouldn't be a way to win this for Spirit, but I'm still getting nervous. Mouse are so tentative. Mouse are so cautious.
Smoke on the bomb and smoke in spawn. Will that create a bit of a screen, though, for Spirit to try and work through? Jimmy's peppering shots. Shiro doesn't play early. Right now, they're lending time to Chopper, but he's not going to find anyone on this push out through main.
Just perfect post-plant positions. This one feels impossible.
Toshi on the line. Waiting for a swing out. He's going to have to hit this flick on a Chopper. Won't be easy for him, and Chopper deletes him around that corner.
No kit.
They're trying to close in on these players back in Donut. It's a lot of damage dealt to Spinks, but Spirit have to play quickly here. They've got to chase down both these kills. They're making it happen. Spinks trying to hold on. 1 left to find. Time running low, and Spinks will not go down quietly.
Here to defend his trophy. Vitality lie in his wake. And Spinks stands tall with a massive clutch for Mouse. Stop Spirit surprise. That would have been a shocking force by win, but without it, hope diminishes here for Spirit. Mouse's moment to shine.
Very interesting full eco here from Spirit. Chopper's called a straight up stack in towards the donut. The bomb is here in mid. Exertion looking on, has seen a shadow. It's way on the left with a bit of movement. You wonder if this is to try and bait Exertion in. Shadow is cast from that corner. That's something everyone here knows. Trying to pressure his way. Spirit hope that this beckons Mouse in, but they're not taking the bait.
It's too quiet. It's too good to be true. Spirit seldom a lie. Mouse ain't buying.
Ten 5, let's go, baby.
Hear all this action on like the other side of the map. Spirit start to realize now, well, they're not coming to us in Donut. The plan didn't work. No point saving here. They're going to play for whatever they can.
Exits are valuable. Getting AKs for Donk, these things we know Spirit like to do. But it's pretty constricting right now. Spirit hoping that bomb pushes Mouse into them.
This is Mouse just rounds away from victory and a recovery from this slow start. Spirit do not have much left in the tank on Ancient. A full eco here, everyone looking to survive as well. Ruined.
Nice. Shiro's absence definitely noted right in this game, in this specific map, 4 and 12. Gonna hopefully have his AWP coming through. Will have to be Glass in this round.
They saved on the pistol round.
Expectations for number 3 rated player in this event. Him and Donk taking the cake. This is an awful time to go quiet.
Final timeout used for Halley. Last chance to speak to the troops. And what was a home map for Spirit, a sour note for Mouse. Not a single victory here on Ancient in the last 3 months. They might get there first in the final. And that's where you've got to give some credit to Brolin. Said at the start of this, Chopper was calling rings around him while the note very much changed. First was the individual uptick in performance. Now he's outmaneuvering these stacks. Outmaneuvering the Spirit gambles.
This elbow, it landed Donut. That's not really helpful here. Donk sits with a smoke in his way. Little mistakes. Will leave massive consequences here for Spirit. Mouse do want that mid control. Brolin making heaven his home. Mouse come out of elbow.
Chopper's even feeling kind of scared of spamming these smokes. Brolin's playing so confident, you wouldn't put it past him walking through with only a Mac 10. And so it's very passive here from Spirit. Still dedicating 3 players towards this B site. And there's always a timer on that, always a bit of a timer ticking down with mid empty. No info there for Spirit. They start to feel pressure to make moves. Donk moving around, trying to pick up Red Room, but this splits the defense. Softens up the A-site hold. And that's right as Mouse look to move in.
It's a good smoke for Donk, but he's still going to have to tussle with exertion. The 2 hard, heavy hitters here for either side, fighting in red while the execute comes in. Zontic having a tough one. It's going to get worse after a single kill. Donk has to force these frags. He finds a way. He always does. 20 seconds to grab that bomb and put it down.
All becomes a bit of a mad scramble now, right? The bomb lost in the smoke. They're scared still about Donut. Don't have the whereabouts of these final 2 players. But Mouse will get that bomb planted. They find a way. Exertion holding on. Can't wrestle with the gun. Shiro. A ludicrously quiet game from this guy, but an important
Come on, can we just give him one game? Give him a game so we can have another game after this so the content continues.
First step of a marathon made by Shiro. Supplemented by Donk's double. Ample opportunity here for Mouse to finish what they started. And still far from wealthy are Spirit, still far for an orb is Shiro.
Rounds put a bit of pep in this step for Spirit. It's mid-aggression. They started moving away from this, and I think that was a sign of the times, but Donk goes back to aggression in mid. The downtime, Spinks walks all the way out through ramp. He's got Torshi here with him as well. 2 players in this B site looking for space, but so quickly it can start to go the other way. Torshi recognizes it ahead of time. He slips out of there.
Impact kill for Zway just to stop the Mouse from taking control inside of B. Now it's on to Donk. Overwhelmed, still manages to find a kill.
Nice.
No business there. Mao's forced the trade. 2v3. Be occupied. And Shiro closing the net. Trying to strangle Mao's. Force them forward.
Ooh.
Sway again. Headshot. There's no escape here for Jimmy. Jimmy P. Slipping into the ramp.
First kill found on his way to the clutch. There's one more man. It's still in the sight. Over at long as Zontix catches him by surprise. So Jimmy goes no further. Spirit continue to close the distance. And what once felt like an insurmountable challenge, piece by piece, is feeling more and more doable.
Yeah, and Spirit are no strangers to CT side comebacks off the back of, like we were talking about, these difficult T-halves. We've seen them do it time and time again. They did it to Aurora in the group stage. 10 rounds in a row on the CT side to come back and win that map in regulation. They almost did it the same to Na'Vi just the other day on this very stage. That's what Spirit are telling themselves. They know they have it in them. Mao's again look for a hero rifle to win the round. They've done it before. Don't let them cross.
It's a gap that Spirit have had to contest with in a lot of these rounds so far, but this time they do stick Donk on the angle. They want him to at least dip and dive in for these mid fights. And here's the attempt to re-clear mid. It's Chopper and Shiro grouping to do so. Two players looking to claw back control over middle. That's the gun gone for Maus. Brolin goes looking for it. Where's the AK ended up? He has to drop on down. Gets it retrieved. Nearly 20 kills deep in this game on Brolin. Very much still a threat represented by this AK in his hands. The bomb's over here in red. Donk lies in wait. He's the lone defender around this bomb. First shot's gonna land. Will get silenced by the P250. Low health for Shiro, but he's a ways away from this fight. And there's Sway. High pressure scenario. The first shot is a dink. And he's able to power through.
Sway's coming back in the CT side as well, right? We're still waiting on Zontix and Shiro to really have their impact, but round closes from Sway so far. Donk picking up steam, taking more and more real estate on this CT side, fighting elbow. Spirit starting to believe again, and Mao's hit the alarm.
Up until
their first
now.
timeout.
Yeah, they've been able to ride on Spirit's timeouts, essentially.
Yeah.
It's been Spirit feeling all the pressure. Mao's haven't had to call one in. This is their first. And they're not liking these rounds. They're being given space in mid. They're getting a lot of room, but they're struggling to do anything with the space.
Oh, frustration.
Spirit are playing for the extremities. It's no longer about Donk multi-killing in mid. That gets thrown in every now and again. And so it's a departure from what Maus are used to seeing.
Slowing it down here for Maus. Way more cautious on this B lane take.
We're still leading 11-8. I want to play with the same confidence. We have the full game, okay?
Cyclone trying to inspire something, but maybe that speaks to where Maus' minds are at. Acting like this game is already close. Acting like they've let Spirit back in, and that's because they have.
Yeah, he can see the telltale signs, right? Maus maybe starting to give them the respect. Starting to play cautious, like they don't want to give the lead away.
Playing not to lose. That old adage proving true here. Spirit on a 3-round streak. Shiro's orb finally enters the fray.
Just Maus needs to close it out. That's it.
Oh, rough miss.
Shiro's missing shots. Shiro's playing like crap. Zontix is 7-12. Literally, it's Donk and frickin' Chopper. Donkin's win.
Now this is all a bit of a fake. Brolin and Torshi trying to keep Spirit on the wrong side of the map, but if you look, Spirit actually started moving early. They decided against it. Chopper's gone back. That one smoke at B is enough to keep 3 players here.
Donk's time.
Son takes big charge into him, and that double hold is attempted to fake. Falls on deaf ears. Spirit, 4 rounds in a row.
And Mouse get mauled. Team kill in the molly. Zontic's Donk crossfire. You feel like they're in your head. Spirit making all the right reads right now, hitting harder on this comeback. 11-5 up, no more. Faster B approach, wheels are off.
I mean, this comes from a place of desperation, feeling like you have nothing to lose in this low econ round. They attempt to run it fast up into B. Something that's scary here, and
they're so
ignorable
close,
is Shiro starting to climb up the scoreboard for Team Spirit. He was a notable absence throughout the entirety of Ancient. In these last few rounds, that AWP has started to find the way. This is about to be a 1-round game unless these pistols do something remarkable. Nades finding great damage. Mao's feeling trapped. And Spirit knocking on the door of a very late in the day robbery at this second map. Two kills away from a 1-round game. Impact and exertion. Group on ramp, but with the AWP holding it with Zwei ready to swing in tandem. This is not a safe path in a B. It is full of
he got
treachery.
him.
A dig
Shot.
down range onto Shiro, but that might be all they get as Donk arrives at just the right moment.
He has just been omnipresent on this map. Everywhere Mal's finish. Donk there. 21 and 15. And buying enough time for his stars to get activated. Shiro with a couple. Zwei with some closers.
Cyclones just started burning these timeouts whenever buy rounds are available. He sees all the symptoms. He knows the diagnosis, but can he provide the antidote here? Because Maus feel like they're choking this second map. This lane control. Back to these standard round openings. Aggression from Chopper ends 1 for 1. That's a trade that Mouse feel fine with.
And maybe Spirit would have panicked and over-rotated, but now seeing 2 outside of B makes you realize it's a fake. All this util into A is only to elicit a reaction that Mouse don't get. Zontix patrols alone. And while everyone is round this corner, he gets the shadow, he gets the warning. The swing is late, but it comes in nonetheless. 3 on 3, Maus don't jump at the opportunity. That might have been their best bet. But Donk reclears position. And Maus have to rejig this round. It might come back yet again to the youngster. Zwei on one of his first big events, on his first serious stage, asked to hold down this B hit.
And to do that, he's going to have to get past one man defending his ties to the trophy in Spinks. Impact and Brolin moving in as well, and with Shiro forced off the angle, Zwei is the requirement. It's a one and done. Is that going to be enough?
Nice.
Shiro brushed aside, down to this 1v1, and you're You're trapped in here with Donk, Jimmy. How do you want to play it? He's been
No.
Might have been enough to beat the best team, but not enough to beat the best player. Donk with the clutch to bring
Close it
Spirit
out,
to a
guys.
tie game.
Close it out.
6 rounds straight. Mouse had their opportunity. Mouse had their moment. But these young men shrinking on the stage. Team Spirit back to their winning ways.
Just close it
They're feeling
out,
all kinds
Miles.
of
One
pumped up.
more.
You're seeing it in
Two
the
more.
reactions. Every one of these rounds feeling winnable for Team Spirit, no matter the odds. Mao's feign more confidence out through middle. And now they go completely quiet. Throughout the entirety of this streak, Brolin has been racking his brain, thinking, where is the gap? Where is the weak link? How do we get back through? He did all he could to get Mouse to a winning game.
And I think the fear of Donk in middle has meant Mouse have never really attempted to play a mid-control round with rifles. But Donk has rarely been here. Even now he reclears red, uncertain. Mouse sit outside of the B site. Chopper takes it onto Brolin, and that's a fight you would have never bet on in the first half. But this is a different Spirit, and this is a different Mouse clawing back.
Unbelievable.
Snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. 5-on-2 for map point.
It's a big clawback from Torshi, but it's just the one. Still a horrible scenario. 2v5 turn 2v4. It doesn't feel like it's gotten any easier. Everyone for Spirit can play passive. They're lent strong over towards this B site. Sontix just plays for the info, plays to delay. No one wants to give away this kill to open up a 2v4, but Exertion doesn't give Donk the choice. Now he's in the back line, trying to help Torshi. Eyes set on this A play. Sontix with this reposition might go unaccounted for. Can Exertion piece it all together fast enough?
It's a great move.
Smoke deployed as Torshi commits to this bomb plant, but the next closes, and there's the swing for Sontix. That's the value. Spirit are 1 round away from completing this comeback, from snatching Ancient from Mouse's grasp. And they've done it all with their backs against the wall. They're to do this as one continuous streak.
Why stop now? Mouse may have finally broken this year. They may have finally taken their first stage LAN trophy back in Cluj. But here in the Lanxess, the Intel Extreme Masters,
No way they sold it.
the biggest trophy of them all, that is a different beast. Familiarity for Spirit, back to their winning ways, looking to finish on this comeback.
Sontix overran, but Donk, as is often the case, right where he's supposed to be. Oh, how's he still going? Donk with the hat trick, living in the nightmares of Mouse, the one guy they just couldn't get past. Spirit nearly jumped the gun there. They nearly make it way too easy for Torshi, but they know they can go slow. They know that it's in the creeping silences. All that uncertainty looks to swallow Torshi up. Tries to play the numbers, minimize as many variables as he can. He's looking for the smartest possible move. Spirit have him beat on the manpower. Time could be on Torshi's side, but these kills connect flawlessly. Spirit overrun him. Spirit overwhelm him. Spirit are one map away from lifting that trophy.
These eternal villains.
Wow.
They break Mouse's spirit.
Wow.
Nuke is where it's decided.
Wow. Holy smokes.
comeback squandered, and now Spirit one map away from making history here in Cologne. What was an 11-5 scoreline entirely flipped on its head. Jason, 8 rounds in a row for Spirit. Godlike form here in the Cathedral.
I mean, they really picked up into it as well. Like, I mean, that was, I think on the CT side, they had some economic issues early on, but once they got the money beneath them, it was like off to the races. It's like, it's all over. We're all good. I don't know, I can't help but look at this through the lens of Mouse and be like, I can't think of a worse outcome. I can't think of a worse start to the series. Like, this has got to be the ultimate nightmare.
It's very damning, the fashion in which they've lost as well. Not being able to win a single round on T side, 8 consecutive rounds. And it was also, it looked like in the first half, like Spirit was going to lose the same way they lost Nuke to Navi in the semifinal, right? Just the stubbornness of not switching up, wanting to have mid and mid and mid, and you're not getting it because Mouse is just going mid and mid and mid, right? Like, and there was at no point an A rush or something that they did yesterday, right? To switch it up a little bit, to change it up, and it seemed like that was going to, cost them the map, but in the end they were able to bring it back on the CT side.
For Mouse, it's just a wasted opportunity, as you said. Spirit winning both pistols. Again, you're down 11-5, and you think if you're Mouse, you lose both pistols, you're still leading 11-5. You're miles ahead of your opponents. Brolan had a fantastic showing in the first half. He was so impactful, so aggressive. He was involved in a hell of a lot of opening duels, won the majority of those, and led by example. When Mouse were in the dumpster, when they were not looking great in the beginning of the first half, it was Brolan who reactivated the entire team, and that huge effort coming in from Brolan feels wasted now, and that's a bit of a shame.
Especially because they were scrappy fights, right? Like, they're not just like holding cave. He's like, I'm stepping through this smoke and I'm helping in middle. I'm going to step back into cave. Now I'm stepping back through and I'm going to get a kill over towards lane. He did so much across different parts of the map, and you're like, he's so far down the list of people you expect to step up if you go through the names on this team. So the fact that you get this and still can't close out this map and close out an 11-5 lead, I'm with you. This is a completely wasted effort out of Brolan.
100%. I mean, from him as well, like, you're looking to your left and your right and thinking, guys, please do something. Right?
Anyone.
Please help me. Anybody? Is anybody else out here? Sure. They did warm up into it.
Thing on?
But it's that moment as well when we're switching into the later stages of that second half, when Spirit are just dancing all over them. They just had their number.
Yeah, I mean, we got to give credit to Spirit for mounting that comeback. As Jason said, once they got the money, once they got the 8 VP in the hands of Shiro as well, who had a horrible first half, it all changed up in the game. I think Shiro at one point in the game was 1-12 or 1-11, and he finished with 12 or 13 kills, so he reactivated on the CT side. Again, I got to praise Dunk, the way he was playing with the rifle on that CT side, even in the force buy with the pistols, he made it expensive for Mouse. He's so impactful. I know on the scoreboard right now, it doesn't seem like Dunk is having the greatest series of all time, but it's
pretty good, man.
That's the point. That's the point. If you guys would let me finish, you could have a much higher KD if you wanted to, but the sheer impact, same on Mirage, yes, his KD was decent.
Jacob, what is the standard now? Like, what do you expect from the guy? He is 43 and 27 with 150 rating. Like, what? So that's like an average game?
Not good enough.
Oh, I'm saying he has more impact than 150 rating.
I'm with
the
you.
game, I guess.
Yeah, I'm with you. I know what you mean. Like, he just seems to always step up when they need a round, when they need openings. Like, he's just always there. CT side as well, good rotations. But yeah, it is hard to. It's just funny. It's hard to imagine him having statistically a better series than he is.
150 rating means he has pretty good impact. Like, he's pretty impactful with a 150 rating.
As much as I enjoy the fighting, gentlemen, should we take a look at the moment before disaster struck, Janko? Because we do have a Mouse moment to be breaking down on the telly.
I want to see the disaster.
Yeah, I think it's also interesting when it comes to the details, right? So this is the reset round, right? It's like Mouse lost pistol, but won the second round even better. You can see the buy is miserable on the side of Spirit. Mouse going for Jaguar control, Cave control. They're going to get the kill on his way, right? And also what's important is number 4, Exertion. He's deep into red room, and number 9, that's Donk coming back, right? So now Mouse slowing down the tempo a little bit, waiting for some re-aggression, and it comes towards red room, and Exertion sort of is aware of it. Donk deletes him, right, with the 5-7. So 4v4 now. Mouse is still lurking around. They're trying to figure out. They don't want to give away mid-control and information. Donk is going to win a long-range fight with a 5-7, right? But he's stuck now. Again, eyes on the minimap. All of his teammates are towards the B bomb site, right? So he's alone here. He's going to die from the nade that's going to come in, right? And now they're rotating. You can see the chopper pushed all the way towards B. So Mouse is here hesitating. Do we go back to B? Are they going to over-rotate? Now watch this. Zontix catches Spinks completely unawares, doesn't hit anything. Spinks stays on 100 HP. Like, Zontex isn't supposed to get the kill here with a P250. It's gonna be hard, but some damage would have been nice, and you'll see in a minute why. Chopper decides to go all the way back for the A main flank. All of the Mouse players are coming in through Donut. They understand, okay, time is low. We just have to commit now. They have the smokes for the plant, smokes for CT. They're going to be getting the bomb down. A little bit unfortunate for Spirit that, you know, Chopper isn't able to find anyone on the flank here. It becomes a 3v3 retake. At this point, Mouse probably has it because there's no kits on the side of Spirit either. Like, they were hoping they were going to find anyone, but at this point, you can see as well that Zontex is going now on the rotate because they understand everyone's in Donut. They can't just retake like this. Great kill onto Torji. Now it might be doable, right? And Spinks gets dinged. If he took some damage from Zontex earlier, he would be dead here, and this kill would have given the round to Spirit. So the fact that he was able to, you know, survive, buy time, this kill to end it, just a game of inches. So
those poor guys had to wait 2 more rounds before embarking on the comeback that won him the map. Yes. Poor guys. What a hard one.
Little did they know.
Do you want to dive into the disaster then, Jason? Because there was obviously a litany of rounds coming out of Spirit, but there was a donk moment, as there always is. We got round 22.
Disasters. I'm just always excited to see him.
Let's dive into it. We got round 22. Once again, Donker coming up clutch in this one.
Yeah, I said he was having a fantastic game, and he was super, super impactful. Chopper this time around only getting 1 kill, and I think Mouse had a decent shot in this round. The thing is, I felt Spirit were 1 step ahead throughout the entirety of the half. Very aggressive from Zontex here as well. You find yourself in a 3v3. Again, Mouse having a decent chance. Shiro missing maybe a bit of a shot right here, or at least not making it easy for Sway, who's now caught off guard by himself. He gets a single kill as well. Credit to him. He had played a good game of Counter-Strike. At this point, Shiro has put himself in a position where he can't do anything, and then Donk in a 1v2. First kill is a trade. The second one, it's just, look at the confidence. You're exposing your entire body. You're just waiting to swing, and you're winning that duel 9 out of 10 times if you're Donk. I just love to see that kind of confidence coming out from Donk. Jimfat is exactly aware of what's going to happen. He's well aware that Donk is going to fight me, and yet he still can win the duel.
Well, we speak about individuals. I think it is time, sorry, Yanko, to check in with our DHL MVP. This is where you guys at home get to have your say. Put those Twitch channel points to good use and get your votes in the chat. No surprises. Donk up first, Janko.
Get your votes in. Yes,
I wonder who's going to win.
Donk leading the pack, having a great game so far. I think that was to be expected. Finding tons of impact. That kill was...
That's insane, isn't it?
That was crazy.
It's a bit much.
That was crazy, but he just finds a way. Every time and time again, finds a way to find tons of impact.
I'm with Jacob. I like watching him posture for fights. The guy just stands out in the open, ready for everything. Zontex has had a really good grand final so far. Not a name we really spoke about as someone who needed to be going big, but he delivered very much so in the first map of this series, and he's been solid. I think he's just been one of those guys on Spirit who's just expected, just get the job done. Don't have to go above and beyond. Just handle your responsibilities, and today he's doing it with flying colors.
He's looking so stone cold. Our last option for you guys to be voting at home is indeed Chopper. Sell me on Chopper, Jacob.
I mean, he's played a great game as well. I think he's found some impact in a lot of the rounds. On Mirage, he was playing exceptionally well. The ace round right here, I know it's against a cheaper buy, but we don't see that often from a guy like Chopper. Calling-wise as well, maybe there's been a couple of occasions in this game where he's been, I wouldn't say out-called by Brolin, but where he could have done better. But from an individual standpoint, I think Chopper's had a great game so far.
Anybody going to be taking anybody other than Donk in this one, or...?
I'm good with Donk.
Okay.
I'm comfortable.
Jury's still out. We do potentially have 3 more maps. It's looking unlikely, but Nuke. That does lay in wait, Yanko. What should we be expecting from one?
The reverse sweep is...
known to happen a lot.
Doesn't happen often, does it? Yeah, I think Nuke, obviously one of Mouse's best maps. This is where they feel really good, right? But being 2-0 down, having to start on the T side, that's going to be a little bit problematic. Spirit, I'm hoping after the Navi game yesterday, they're going to learn from their T side, right? They're going to be more aggressive when it comes to it. And it's just about the individuals have to wake up for Mouse at some point.
Yeah, I'm with Yanko. I think if Spirit plays the game they did yesterday, Maus have a chance in this one. I mean, again, the mentality is going to be a big talking point with Maus right now after getting blown out and destroyed on map 1, after having this crushing comeback on map 2. I don't know what your mentality can possibly be like. It's going to have to be hella strong, and I don't know if they've got it.
Jacob,
I think Exertion
is
is, yeah, I mean, it's the player to watch, right? So far, he's 4-16 in opening duels. He hasn't been on the server to the same display as we saw yesterday. I think Exertion, and specifically on Nuke, both on Yacht, on T side, CT side, he's the guy who's always involved. So if he's not finding any success, this game is over by now.
So it is over. You are saying officially, Jacob, it's over.
I think this game is over.
Well,
Maus have the cursed monkey paw. They were like, I just want to beat Vitality, please.
well, let's see how it's going to be going down. Maus' choice of Nuke awaits on the other side.
From humble beginnings in Hanover to greatness in Katowice, our journey is our legacy. As we arrive at what we thought was our peak, we instead discover a whole new chapter.
That's right. It's that time again. We're opening cases with all the keys that we got out here with our friends at the Intel and Acer Predator tent. We're live in Cologne. There's so much Counter-Strike going on in any given fashion of the moment. Hey man, you want to open a case or something?
I don't speak English.
Do you know what we're doing here?
Yes.
All right, go for it. I got you.
Not sure, yeah.
Go for it. Let's see what you got.
Yeah.
Row. Survey says, hey, we'll take a purple. That's not bad. Thank you very much. Where are you from?
Ukraine.
Thank you very much. All right. We're going to use one more key for my crates here. Now, before we do that, let me tell you about our friends and their gamer days. It's not just any gamer days. They're Intel gamer days, which is why we're going to let this gentleman open this case right here, right now. Hey, are you in the middle of a retake? Oh, a little bit of a retake situation here. 1-on-3. Can he get towards that defuse? No. Didn't check that car player. That's going to cost him big time. But consolation prize. If you want to go open a case?
Yep, okay.
All right, bet. All right, let's do that. Yeah. Where are you from, man?
Ukraine.
Bet. Okay, look. You got three choices. There's no wrong
Three
answer.
choices?
You get.
Okay. I think it's twice. Lucky girl.
Yep.
Open.
No, we're going to keep it. We keep it.
Yep.
We own this. Gold.
Okay, lucky man. One knife. No. Not today.
Not today.
Not today.
Commiserations on your loss here. Anything you want to say?
I think it's lost on next win.
It's always next time. Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Well, all these activities, I don't really know what to do with myself other than keep watching the Counter-Strike, duh. It's the Intel Extreme Masters, y'all.
Spirit shunts Maus aside, and this unstoppable machine just keeps on rolling. They come back from 11-5 down and run flawlessly to a third. From this point on, Spirit are just a reach from the trophy. They are chasing legacy, seeking the Trinity. Maus must now do what has never been done before. A reverse sweep on the biggest stage, the highest stakes. Surely an impossibility.
The second time a German organization has made it to the grand final in Cologne, and it's the second time it might just end in heartbreak. The Spirits, they walk among us. They don't care for your mortal concerns. They see in black and white, you're either a winner or you're nothing. And Spirit are here to go for the gold. Cologne, let's crown a champion!
It's Mouse's pick, but I still get nervous here on Nuke. A CT-sided start where Spirit do their best work. There's no slow starter allowed for Mouse. There is no rest for the Wicked.
Don't grow on trees in the pistol either. You're looking for results here. Fast out into the top sight. It's a strong pace step forward. And you've dealt with two heavy hitters early on. Gonna ease back into this 3-on-3, bomb planted. But here in map 3, 0-2 down, every round, every kill counts tenfold. Spinks trying to put them in his pocket. And a spot on the second player back in main. Shiro knowing about Zontix on this wrap. He's getting wrapped himself. Jimmy on the long path for a backstab. Here as the safety net, there is no losing this pistol. With Jimmy up in the heavens, it's a safe plant. Shiro can try all he likes. There should be no world in which he emerges the victor. Nice. Swing out early, and Torshi seals the deal. Pistol round secured for Mouse.
For every round Mouse find on this T-side, Spirit need to one-up it in their second half. It's a half that has let them down time after time in this tournament. No doubt Spirit are favorites, wind in their sails, momentum, and the best player in the world. But still this nuke is available for Mouse. Guns come out. Spirit look to stop the threat early. Seen a lot of these force by rounds connect for both teams across this series. Exertion fakes outside. They go back to lobby. Mouse hope to elicit reaction.
They're not getting a lot back out of Spirit though. With two players having dropped down low, Spirit are pretty much stuck in place here throughout the entire round. The onus is going to be on Mouse to take the space, to make the play. And they'll set their sights on ramp. Now Zontix hears this, but is in no position to fight for it. He's just stopping the spillover. And this is feeling very claustrophobic right now for Spirit. It's by design. They want Mouse to walk into this double lower stack that's been waiting since the start of the round. Shiro not down here alone. He's got Chopper floating around in the control room to help him. And here's Chopper taking contact. If he can just peel eyeballs off of Shiro, let this 5-7 do something, but it's an ugly first turn of that pistol. And the plan for Spirit does not align. Mouse looking good in this conversion.
Calculated crunch on that B-bomb site certainly helps that Donk misses timing onto Exertion, getting down secret. Spirit didn't know until it was too late. And now exit is the name of the game. Donk knows saving here is a likelihood.
Oh, it's such a stalemate here. They don't want to give anything over to him. And so Donk has 3 players waiting around this corner. Actually, the entirety of Mouse. That's the fear that this guy puts in you. Don't want to give him anything into the next round. Mouse decide 5 alive more important.
one more try.
Look, the thing that is kind of tantalizing for Mouse here is sure, they might be starting on what should feel like the harder half. It's Spirit's CT side that hits very, very hard. This holds the promise of, you know, you can do a lot of the legwork for the entire game here in the first half. You know you're going to have to be resilient. You know you're going to have to roll with the punches and be on the receiving end of some of these Spirit CT rounds. But if you can scrape by with something like 4, 5 T rounds, based on what we've seen from Team Spirit, that could be enough.
But look who's home.
Donk is in position down here. They decided to not try and remove this MP9 off of him earlier. Let's see if he can put it to work. Double swung on. The MP9 answers the call for the first. It's exertion on the receiving end of it.
Back up, I think.
I mean, the bomb's already made its way there, right out through Secret on the back of Brolin, but he's alone in this, and Chopper waiting in back garage since the start of the round. That's the bomb on his screen. That's the bomb right there. Takes his time on the shot. Wanted it to go down flawlessly. Torshi flying up through the vent. And so top site taken for Mouse. Never feeling too comfortable here. But able to get set up nonetheless. And with Donk low on health, trapped down at lower, there's a bit more safety for Mouse.
They could trap this player here, but Shiro's not offering any sort of support. Is this just exits here for Spirit? Donk, not helped on this vent climb. Should just be a dead man walking. There it is. Torshi makes it so. Shiro, his position known, and Mouse walking over the line. Claustrophobic, but around it nonetheless. We enter Spirit's buy.
What a good round.
This right here, this is the round that Mouse would love to win. Getting off to a 5-0 start on a map that Spirit's T-sides have let them down. That would feel monumental. And you won't have to grind those rounds out. It won't be in a long back and forth affair if you can win this one. And so what do Mouse want to do? They're wrapping exertion in through main. Donk is ready for it. No accounting for that, that's just a feeling. They start to go out now with the death of exertion. The go button is hit. Sway churns through the first two. Donk gone on in time. And Brolin left as the last survivor. They know where he was. The man throwing util, the last to arrive. Tramples through the bodies of his teammates here that have accumulated around the hut at the door. Brolin looks for anything, something to give, and there's Donk. That is a very uncharacteristic L for him to take.
But will it matter?
Caught on a cross back across that he didn't need to take. Brolin playing this to the full extremity of the timer. Now there is this hot roof player to worry about and backside, and I think Sway just got the spot off as Brolin makes his way in. Zontix provides cover.
Very calm for his way back sight there. Gets his double. That's more than you can ask for the A anchor. And Donk spamming through main smoke. That one takes me back. Feels like Katowice was just yesterday. Realizes what Mouse are doing before they even announce that A split. Exertion back to his troubles on this T side. Today he has been quiet. Donk a huge reason for that. These two so often matching up.
Very aggressive pathing from Shiro, and he's even got support. Donk. Oh, well, there you go. That's more like an exertion. Quick off the mark, quick on his feet, and a little jump to seal Donk's fate. It's a promising turn of that head-to-head. Not an easy fight for exertion to take. Now Spirit don't have the info what's happening in yard. Zwei with a well-timed bit of re-aggression in the hut. Returns this to a 4-on-4.
Important kill for Exertion to find. Donk is 13-6 in that head-to-head coming into this third map. Exertion puts him down. That all does miss while crossing in, but there's two CTs in position and Mouse are entering. They line up again. Team kill even comes through. That's not what you want. From bad to worse, to Innerhurst, Porsche's done.
Wow.
And I mean, just look at the speed of the reaction from Spirit all across the map, right? They lose Donk. If you remember, that's the first guy to die out in the yard in his attempt at aggression. And still, throughout all the waves that Maus continue to throw in that round, the reactions feel perfect. Double ramp aggro. Chopper getting there as a third man lying in wait. On these CT sides, he calls a very decisive and very spot-on game. Something Brolin's going to be up against in this entire first half. All right. Okay, another time Exertion gets the better of Donk. This time on a Deagle.
Oh, Tilter. Saw Donk's reaction last round, or how about a 1D on an eco? Could Mouse make something out of nothing? Spinks is left back. He can try and get that gun later, but it relies on Spirit rotating out. And look at how they occupy the yard. 3 players with their eyes on the prize. Meanwhile, Mouse have reset completely. Can Spirit fill the positions? Sontex goes back to ramp. He is committing here. He needs a multi-kill, and he misses that timing.
Yeah, this is really awkward. They're out on both sides of him now. Sontex,
that'll do.
Far from an easy position to be in. That gun does get retrieved, but Chopper was waiting for that exact move the entire time. Maybe it's because he plays in a team with a guy where one rifle is enough to steal the round, but Chopper is always mindful of these dropped weapons. He played around it here. Whoa. And he'll go on a close. Quick reaction, a fine Torshi on that wrap. Spirit bring the heat.
They say
they're competitive from the get-go.
Yeah, sure, Mouse, you can convert your pistol, but now the Spirit start has begun. The question is, how out of control will it get? That is back-to-back 4v5s minus Donk, one out by Spirit. No doubt that Donk is the outlier in every metric, but today, Spirit have still done it without him at times. That first map was an even showing from pretty much everyone. It took Ancient for Donk to level up. Can he channel that frustration into something here in the third? Exertion gets down secret.
And there's already a big problem posed in this round. Jimmy heard the aggression into the lobby. He knows the Spirit went and collected the info right off the top. Donk out here in yard on these smoke spams.
He just doesn't see smoke.
And now you feel like you really can't dedicate B. You know that Spirit went and took lobby. They've spammed you on the cross. You kind of lost the edge here.
Even just the nameplate there. If you kill Torshi on the smoke cross, you know there's going to be more players for Mouse. He's not going to be the solo lurker with 4 lobby. Despite that anyway, Spirit took lobby earlier in the round. They have all this info. Full confirmation of the goal in mind for Mouse. So they try and mid-round. They try and fake it out. Jimmy trying to make it look like it's an upper bust. Going through. Shiro, got to be careful as Jimmy places smoke. The rest of Mouse speed up on B. They've been spotted.
Into the vent. Wait, Zwei? Where was he looking?
Yeah, what the heck?
Runs up on him, closes the distance on the rookie. Chopper's going to stem the bleeding, stop the spillover up through the vents. Jimmy's still in a position to make this round weird, and if he can collect that kill on the players watching the vent rotate, he opens up this path into A.
Donk's
not making himself available. Not yet. Jimmy can hear the adjustments. Fires off on the player under hell. That's given up the aim of the game. Donk, bested sure, but Spirit remain one step ahead.
Oh, just Shiro rotating gives the info over. The info that wins them the round. Donk swivels, headshots heaven. And Mouse will not get up that vent for free. Spirit send them packing in that buy round. Putting Mouse back to pistols. The Mouse have anything to say for this. You can feel the streak starting. Spirit swelling. It's Mouse's blood rushing. A pit in their stomach. They feel like they can do nothing right. Look at this stack on top side.
That nade, though, that nade.
They hear the pitter-patter, they hear the footsteps closing in. Brolin might have made it up heaven, but that's info for Spirit, and just a clean sweep. So ready for that play. And an immediate timeout after that round. Mouse have not liked how these last 5 rounds straight have gone. They feel like they're constantly running into numbers. They're constantly running into stacks.
And you could say they had their opportunity in a couple of rounds, getting 5v4s and resets back to lobby onto Donk. Easier said than done. Exertion did what he could, but now it's getting colder. Team Spirit, reason to believe in this 3-0 run. They shocked the world back last year when they did it against FaZe. Breaking records, beating stage guarantees. And a roster change coming into this season looks to cement them yet again. As Donk does what he does best.
Oh, that's despicable. And he always manages to survive. He takes one in the leg here. It won't last long. Jimmy finally on the board thanks to smoke spam. He was 0-6 coming into this round. That 2K is something that Mouse feel like they have to convert upon. They've got all this space, all this ground.
No one's home.
Only Shiro and Zontix between Mouse and a breakthrough. Lobby wrap for Zontix. Jimmy on this line gets his first 2 kills of the game on smoke spam. Wrestling for a third, decides against the fight. That leaves him in the prying eyes of Shiro.
Still.
It's a round that usually Spirit might not look to attempt. An awkward team flash there for Zontix. That was supposed to tee up Shiro for the kill that brings them back into the question. Instead, that's a really awkward miss. And these misses are starting to feel like they could cost Mouse. Time getting low. Time might be low, but there's still time for Spirit.
Wow.
What a way! Heartbreak! As seconds are the difference for Mouse! And that's how their house of cards comes crumbling down!
Spirit say not even close. Calculated. A heartbreaker for Mouse. Their way in finally allowed on this T-side. And Spirit just swoop in and steal a 6th. It's looking meant to be. Laying their legacy in the Lanxess.
I think that's the haunting part of this game for Mouse. There have been these moments where they have had the control, where they have had the fights they're looking for, where they have the space, and it just hasn't been or felt ever like enough. It's one thing to have, you know, this dream run at Cologne ripped from your grasp. It's another to feel like you were close in some of these rounds. You were competitive.
They could have.
The miss is there, costing them dearly. We've said already, you don't need many of these T-side rounds. Every single one of them is so valuable to Mouse.
Oh, jump on the shot. Shiro gets another chance, but Donk is here to help out, and this is the deadly duo. This is the last place you want to go, but Mouse push forward into their own demise. Missed shots for Shiro. Could that be a way in? It has to. Down B, Chopper waits. They fall into him. Head ripped off. Chopper with the bomb. One more will certainly do.
And if Chopper's going to get his flack for how Nuke T-Side sometimes look for this Spirit squad, my God, does he deserve his props. This is such a well-called CT half. It's another round where even though Maus break through a gamble stack, 2 players in at the ramp room, there's a third, and it's Chopper. It's always him as that third piece.
And he showed up individually in this series in a massive way. He's won that pistol clutch on Ancient to start the comeback. He got an ace back on Mirage, albeit against Eco. He's been reliable, especially on CT sides in this grand final. It's always going to be about Donk. But Spirit trying to close the gap, trying to catch up with the world's best. And right now, just making a mockery of Maus in this third map. Maus have met their maker.
That's something that feels like it only builds to, add to the heart rate for Maus. They beat the team they could never get past. They had a ceiling imparted upon them by that Vitality squad.
Let's not get silent, okay?
But here, a familiar foe. And one of the first teams to rise up and beat this Spirit squad at the dawn of Donk.
Ooh.
What was supposed to be a more comfortable match has proven to be anything but for Maus.
Miscom for Donk. Is he ready? Has the gap been called? The player could be down B. No. Shiro missed that timing. And Exertion again finds that winning head-to-head. A head-to-head he's lost all series long, not on Nuke. And still, it's not been enough. If Maus have any hope to fight back in this final, they've got to finish on that.
You just have to convert one of these rounds where Exertion has gotten you the opener. It's not on just anyone either. It's not like he's found Sway on an overstep. He's dealt with Donk, the front man of Spirit. These are the rounds that you have to collect, but here's more of this aggression. Spirit double up on the ramp push. Zontix on this line, trying to wrestle for this control. Chopper on the backstab. Another round where Chopper's left as that third piece to rip it away. And Maus might have ground down on B, but with that bomb lost back in the lobby, this is a recovery mission. Exertion might just die, shot in the back of the head. Sway doesn't look to end this with sick mechanics, blowing it all out of the water. No, he just waits, it's patience, and that's the virtue for Sway. That's the virtue for Spirit. On this runaway CT side, the moment the guns have come out, they have not dropped around. This is dominance.
And you cannot again say that Maus haven't had a chance, that they haven't been in winning position, that they haven't had the advantage, that they haven't removed Donk for free. And round after round, Spirit claw back, showing depth on this CT side, showing there is more to this team. Maus pick up pace, all behind the smokes, maybe even in front of them. They drop round the world. Donk puts it onto Spinks, headshot immediately. Again, 4v5, but the trades come through fluidly. Chopper just swings out and again takes matters into his own hands. Torchy's all blue kills.
That's a crazy wall, but might not get remembered. Again, Maus have lost this bomb. Continues to just slip out of their grasp in these rounds.
How about now?
The offense is split. Brolin's looking for a solution. Once more, he's racking his brain, trying to figure out where is the gap. If he goes up the vent, they could look to squeeze Zway in main.
What about now?
Got 2 angles to watch. It's a lot of responsibility for Spirit's rookie. Doesn't know which way to look. Right now, focused on Jimmy.
I don't know what
Takes
to
the
say.
right fight, but Jimmy's gonna win it out. That bomb still dropped out in the yard.
How How's the comm here? Where's Spirit gonna go? Shiro drops his gun to grab something else, but he might meet them. Oh dear, grab that AK, buddy. 25 seconds. A slow clutch for Shiro, hoping they overcook, but they climb heaven. This one looks good. You said 4 might be enough, and sure, this half hasn't filled you with confidence for Maus, but that 4th is on their plate.
Everything's building for this to be a Maus 4th round. 5 seconds left. Brolin just has to plug in the numbers. He's going to get there with a second to spare. And with this heaven post plant, Shiro running it up the ladder. It's not going to happen. Maus, they get that fall. We pose the question, will that be enough? Will Spirit's rough T-sides make another appearance? Or are they going to lift that trophy here and now?
Go, baby.
Spirit have a point to prove. They started off this year with a blowout in a BO5 where they first matched up with that Vitality squad. Well, they're now looking for a run of their own here in Cologne. The second time of asking for this Team Spirit squad, and they're looking to deliver. Maus left lagging behind. 4 rounds from their T side. It was 3 off the pistol, 1 in round 12. It's not a lot to go off of. They don't have a lot of room. And Cologne waits for no one. Exertion has to have a rip-roaring start in this
support. Team Spirit denied.
Let's go, baby.
That's both pistols for Mouse. No breath of fresh air in this second half.
No easy road to this finish line for Spirit. The door opens up for Mouse again. The trickery of these T-sides, but I want to see a more inspired Spirit today. I want to see a Spirit playing like the favorites in the final. Mouse believe they have more to show. In their attempt to do what no one has done before. It's
Let's
a
go.
long road to victory.
Let's go.
Nothing.
Let's keep the content rolling, baby. Let's keep it going. We're not done yet. Mouse, it ain't over.
Been a long time since Mouse have felt like they've had a vulnerability, something to exploit. But this nuke has been shaky ground for Team Spirit to stand on. Looking like we might have a bit of a matchup out here in the yard with Torshi working that secret control. Donk roaming outside. Donk's Bane in exertions back at the garage. Oh, and Torshi's been spotted. Is that a fight you want to try again? Is that a peak you feel like going back to? It's not for Torshi.
Nice.
Chunks Donk on the spam. I feel like that's how a lot of Donk's rounds end on this T-side of nuke. He gets so wounded in the cross, but this time he will survive.
Shiro aggressive. He got the spot though. Torshi sees a lineup and Donk shoots him through the corner. Shiro's position known by Mouse, but can they stop him? That's a different question. Shiro shows an answer, a resounding no. Donk follows up and Spinks is too far from this one. A decisive T-side gun round puts Spirit that one step closer.
And it immediately sets a tone. This is not the Spirit from those semi-finals. This is a Spirit feeling well drilled, decisive in their action. Looking for a swift win in this BO5. They remove everything from play.
Mouse get another buy. Another chance.
They're just running out of time. They're running out of chances. It's so plain for all to see. The Spirit powering towards the finish line.
2 in a row tees them up for the trophy. That Trinity oh so elusive. Even some of the world's best couldn't take it. But he's found it in a year. Vitality, it took them 2. Na'Vi at their peak. Fnatic all the way back. But this Spirit refuses to die.
Session really juggling plates out here in the yard. He's got a lot of responsibility, and he can't stop them spilling down through. It can't survive with Zway hunting him off the top of main roof. Zway finding his footing now in this final as well. That might spell disaster for Mouse as nothing holds up. Everything comes to ruin.
Too strong, man. Too strong.
Shiro playing so confident in these couple of T-side rounds, and that could be the difference maker here for Team Spirit as Sway finds 2 crucial kills outside, winning the round. Shiro storms into B and sends Mouse out with nothing to show for this CT side. An aggressive Shiro right when Spirit need him. And Mouse get broken up against double digits. It feels like it's meant to be. The rookie's way on his first big stage. Unnerved. Doing his job. It's not pretty always, but it's enough.
Hero gun on Brolin. Test at ramp. Pistols will answer for the first, but there's the uppercut from Donk, the crushing, killing blow. This hero gun might be in the right place, but all it means is death for
It's
Brolin.
over, man.
And Donk is that record holder, highest MVP rating for Katowice, highest MVP rating for a major. He looks to add Cologne to that stacked list.
Yeah, this was the one trophy that ever eluded Donk. It was his second time of asking here, making it into the Langsers. A last place elimination at Cologne last year. That was after picking up the trophy in Katowice. Securing a Shanghai major.
This win's meant to take years.
No one knows that better than Spirit's opponents. These guys have been on the grind for the longest time, having to overcome the woes that come with stage Counter-Strike and beating Vitality. This was supposed to be the time for Mouse. Instead, it's all been about Spirit here in this final. Donk will get bested, but there's more heads on the beast. This dragon's growing them back. Spinks continuing to lob them off, but there's a limit. Down to this 1v1 now.
All the time in the world. It's all Chopper. And he's got it. Championship point. Team Spirit eternal.
GG's.
Back to their winning ways.
And Chopper has been so clutch for Team Spirit in this final. Put him in a 1v1, a 1v2, feels like he's favored. Spirit feel like they have all the time in the world now to secure this elusive title in Cologne.
And I love the pacing. This T-side is beautiful. It's nothing that we saw in the group stage in that match against Na'Vi from Team Spirit. It is quick, it is explosive. They are storming our ramp. They are hitting this top site, trading fast, shifting nowhere.
Let's go now, guys. Round by round. Give it all, boys. Every round, we give it all.
Can Mouse keep their cool and find their 6 in a row?
Every round they'll give their all, but their all simply might not be enough. Torshi tagged and finished off outside. That's the advantage for Spirit, who consistently on this path to victory have looked to leveled up at every stage. Sway, their rookie, embodies that in this final round. Spirit become demons. They've entered their final form. And they're letting the game do the talking. They're letting the silence add the stress. In Mouse's mind, these next 50 seconds spent coming to terms. The fact that this victory in Cologne is not theirs. They have been but an instrument of Team Spirit on their path to greatness.
And Donk loves to silence the crowd. He shut the Spodek down. He doesn't care what the Lanxess wants. Mao's home heroes sent exactly there. Team Spirit, 20 seconds to make it a reality.
Lower here in, stuck in the right place. Needs do good work, but it's only Brolin in the blink of an eye. Sway, trial by fire, 1v1 for the Cologne title, and he's gonna do it! From Spirit to Demons, from the underworld to the top of the world, Team Spirit get their Cologne title to complete their unholy trinity. The debut tournament from Doc in this roster, the win in Katowice, on to the major next in Shanghai. And now the Chalice completes that trinity. The final jewel in the crown of Spirit.
They raise the roof again. They break through another ceiling. A questionable roster change. Scared if it was too late. Spirit re-emerge on the stage. And Mouse, they may have beat their most formidable foe, their biggest demon, so they thought. A streak of vitality. Mouse smashed them in the semi-final, but they weren't ready for the glory. They weren't ready to take down Spirit. Another Intel Extreme Masters 3-0 victory on the biggest of stages for Team Spirit.
And as Sway takes his steps down the catwalk towards the Chalice, one of the most coveted pieces of silverware in Counter-Strike history. In his debut tournament with Team Spirit, he walks the same path that Donk did that year ago in Katowice. The dark cloud of Donk dominance descends upon the world of Counter-Strike again. A player who stands in a category of his own making, the likes of which the world has never seen. Ladies and gentlemen, your IEM champions, it's Team Spirit!
Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed Spirit? Nice.
Shiro, first up, are you okay? That thing's heavy.
Yeah, it's so crazy going to up for me.
Did you think about lifting it before? Because it seemed like you were a little caught off guard with how heavy it was.
Yeah, but I don't know what you say. We just win Cologne. It's one more achievement for me in career. It's so nice game for us and first Tier 1 champion for Zvej.
Yes, I saw you in the booth. You were looking around. Tell me about the experience of playing here in this unbelievable arena.
I like Lanxess Arena. I playing 2 times Swiss and second time I win Köln. It's so crazy. Thank you guys who supporting us today. Thank you guys. I love you.
Chopper, I'll just go over to you for a second. You seem so energetic today. It means so much to you. Can you tell me in your own words why this one is so special?
Yes, of course, because it's major tournament for one of the biggest arena in the world. Good supports from everyone there. Thank you for cheering us. It's really important for me because it's nice. Thank you all team, thank you organization. A lot of people work and help us. Thank you everyone.
Do you want to say something about your team and about your newest addition in Zvej and about the fact that he played really, really well on such a big stage?
Oh, my teammates is amazing. I don't know, I play with best player in the world, best sniper, one of the best players, I don't know. It's amazing to play with this team and also our coach, it's Beast, it's 0.5% of our team. He do a lot of work. I think it's amazing to win this tournament.
Is there any final thing you want to say to the arena? Do you want to say something? Final note to the arena?
Thank you everyone who's coming and see the show. I really liked a lot of people cheering for us. It's really nice to play here, boys. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you all so much. One more time for your 2025 IEM Cologne Champions Team Spirit!
Stone cold killers on stage tonight. Donk and his disciples hoist their first ever Cologne trophy. This roster's first ever outing and Zway's first ever time on a stage this grand. Jason, Spirit making history in the arena tonight.
Yeah, and it's good to see Chopper just, it's good to see him like emotionally wrecked. I didn't realize this was going to hit him that hard. I think Donk as well just spent the last 30 seconds staring at himself in the trophy, kind of lost in the moment. Man, I don't know. I feel like Spirit, and I fall into this trap, is such an easy team to doubt at times because it's very easy to see the weaknesses. But man, did they come together and deliver a beautiful series of Counter-Strike as a team.
But it's such a cool story for so many of these players, right? We have the contrast of Chopper, who's been around for a long time, in Spirit in the early Vega Squadron days, the underdogs, the upstarts, now as a captain, leading this super young squad of players. I mean, Shiro's been around like since COVID times, really not for too long. He's the most experienced player outside of him. And then you have Donk, who is in his second year, Zway kind of rookie second year. Zontic's the same thing. They won so much in just a year and a half. They have a major Kato in Cologne under their belt. It's just crazy how much they've been able to win in a short amount of time.
It's insane because you look at certain players and they're only ever able to achieve one of those in their career. Donk, he's already done and got all three under his belt.
Yeah, it's just a question of how much he'll continue to win, I guess, for the rest of his career. For now, though, I think it's very impressive for Spirit to win in the fashion doo-doo as well. They were by far the better team tonight. I guess we were hoping Mouse would put up a better fight, but let's be honest, when Spirit is playing at this level and when Donk is as impactful as he's been throughout the entire tournament, I think, Jason, you put it yourself, you know, they can beat anyone. They can beat any team out there. Nothing is ever impossible for this kid.
And I mean, look at the respect he's got for the moment of what he's just accomplished as well. That's an incredible sight for someone who's been an absolute menace since he stepped in, and he's been so dominant since he stepped in. And the trophies just mean everything. The individual accolades cannot stand up to winning a trophy like Cologne.
He doesn't say much in interviews, but he doesn't have to.
No.
You see it all on the server. You see what he's like. You see that he lives this game through and through, what it means to compete. You can tell how much it hurts when you're not up there, when you don't have the opportunity to fight for that trophy. And even though he's young and he's at the very beginning of his career, he's very much aware of how much these moments mean.
And look at this hug from Chopper with Holly as well. Like that's one that's a hug of just like, we've been on one hell of a journey to get the team to this point, to get everyone up to par, all the failures, all the tough obstacles we've had to overcome. Chopper, there's no one who can appreciate this moment more.
And this is a moment where I just look at Donk once again, right? I'm just throwing it back to the interview I did with him when, upon his arrival in the semi-final, said, how does it feel to be in the Langsess? He said, I get the same feelings of when I first arrived in the Spodek. And guess what he went and did? The exact same thing that he did in his first time in the Spodek and Kato.
It's just fantastic to see Donk play Counter-Strike. It's fantastic to see himself, you know, unfold himself on the server. And as Janko said, I think it's an excellent point. You know, sometimes he maybe seem a bit careless. Sometimes in the interview he doesn't give away too much. But the pictures we just saw before, it means everything to him. It's also a kid who spends 10 hours a day playing Face It whenever they're not practicing. It's a guy that lives and breathes Counter-Strike. More than 30% of the time that he's awake throughout his entire life has been spent on the server.
I mean, of course, we're riding the high of Spirit, but we've got to just touch upon Mouse and what they're feeling in this moment. Sping simply taking the medal off. It's a heartbreaking moment.
I mean, they've all said that we don't want to be second. We don't care about second place. It has no value. They've been second place all year now, and they're ready for that next step. And I don't want to take it away because these are 5-6 guys on that Mouse team who also live and breathe the game and probably felt like what an incredible accomplishment coming into this. Felt like it was their time, it was their moment, and just gutting and heartbreaking to watch it ripped away from them.
I think, unfortunately, your fear came true, right? They just seem to have spent themselves so much emotionally taking down Vitality that I'm not saying they weren't prepared coming into today, but when things started going against them, they didn't have enough in the tank to shake it off, to come back into this final.
Especially when everything goes against you. Like, it wasn't one or two things. It was getting blown out on map 1. It was the comeback from Spirit on map 2 when they were 5-11 down. And then obviously the third map happened as well. So yeah, for Mouse, this is going to be a really tough one to have to sit here and endure as Spirit catch all the accolades.
And cheers from the arena as that medal goes around Donk's neck. Let's just recap this as well, because only one member of this Spirit squad had ever even stepped foot inside the Lanxess. That is how much an achievement, how much emotion they must be feeling right now.
Yeah, it's a legendary place to play Counter-Strike. It's something that we grew up with. You know, everyone watching Counter-Strike, all the aspiring pros that is playing today and who want to make it pro in the future, they watch these tournaments and they dream and think and vision themselves standing on this stage one day. For Donk to do it in the fashion he's done, you know, to just burst into the scene and basically get every single accolade he can get in such a short time, that's fantastic. But make no mistake, for Sway as well, coming into this lineup.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks ago, a month ago, he was playing on a team that very few people inside this arena even knew existed. Now he's won IEM Cologne.
Yeah, and I don't know if it was the stage, I don't know if it was the moment, I don't know if it was maybe this run throughout the entire group stage in this team, but it felt like in the finals he finally started to feel a little bit more comfortable and where he was positioned and when he could make his plays. I think it's awesome he gets to have the final kill to actually win the trophy. Nothing special, nothing spectacular, but I guarantee he remembers that 20 years.
Well, we speak about the individuals. Let's find out who is our DHL MVP. I don't think there's going to be any surprise here, Janko. Can we reveal who it is? Because I think it might be Donk. I think it might just be Donk.
I think in a situation in which they even don't win the final, he maybe ends up getting the MVP. I mean, he's just a phenom, and we haven't seen anything like him so far in Counter-Strike.
It's crazy, right? The amount of resilience he's able to put up, the amount of numbers he's able to post on the server as well, Jacob. Just beautiful from Donk.
He is arguably the best player in the world right now, and he's playing like it every single time he takes on the server.
Well, let's check in with him on the stage.
He's like, what the fuck?
Dom, I saw how much this victory means to you in your reaction. Can you tell the people here why this victory is so important to you? You didn't understand me. That we saw how important it was on the stage and how emotional you got. Can you tell everyone here how important this win is?
I don't know, I was ready to give up after we lost in 2024 and gain top 16. And now 1 year later I'm being this tournament. And it was very emotional for me and very important.
It's beautiful to see. What do you think about getting another MVP?
Nice, but the trophy is more important.
Yes, trophy is much more important. Is there anything you want to say to everyone? There's so many donk signs here.
Thank you guys for cheering me and my team. I love you.
Thank you very much.
I mean, that says it all, doesn't it, Janko? Yeah, sure, he takes home an MVP for himself, but it's the trophy that he gets with his team, because this is Donk's family, right? He embodies team spirit.
Absolutely it is, and just having the, you know, focus on, it's about the team accolades. It's a team sport. You can't win on your own, no matter how much he set up and supported and how big of a part he is of team spirit. He couldn't do it alone, right? And always having that awareness, even at such a young age, to focus on the big picture, it's impressive to see.
It's very impressive. Every single time he plays Counter-Strike, you can just mechanically see that he's very gifted. Emotionally, sometimes it gets to him, and you saw that right here as well. It's nice to see Donk showing emotions. It's nice to see how much it actually matters to him, not only to win the trophy, but also to be the MVP.
Just an incredible player throughout his entire tenure. As soon as he entered Tier 1, we have Donk joining us up here for a couple of words. I'm sure you have so many emotions going through your head, but can you just let us in of what you're feeling right now?
I'm very proud of my team and our organization for like helping us to do this performance, I would say, and it was very exciting to play here in this arena. It's my first time here and it was great.
When I said to you in the interview yesterday, when you arrived for the semi-finals, you got the same feeling as when you first arrived in Spodek.
Yes.
Is this feeling maybe a little bit better?
Ooh, who would have thought?
Probably yes. Because like it was a hard work.
Yeah.
Don, congratulations, another trophy, another MVP. I'm just wondering, were you a little bit surprised how quickly you guys were able to lift the trophy? You just made the roster change, and already you're in a situation where you're winning IEM Cologne.
So our coach Hali said after a couple of days of practice that if we will pass the group stage, it will be amazing result for us. And we won a championship. So probably it was surprising for us, but it's fine. We're happy to have this kind of surprises.
Do you agree with that, with what Hal is saying, that it would have been enough just to get in the playoff? Or I assume every time you play a tournament, you want to win?
Yeah, sure. Every time that I'm playing any tournament, I want to win. And I want to have it like flawless victory, I would say. And like our practice, I wouldn't say it was perfect. We were losing a lot and losing to weaker teams, so we didn't have such confidence before this like group stage and playoffs.
A flawless final it was for you guys. A couple of words on Sway as well coming into the team. Obviously for many people in here, it's the first time they see him as well. Has it been nice to be practicing with him and now playing with him?
What did you say?
Sway, your new player in Spirit. Yeah, a lot of people in here don't know him. Is that a nice guy to play with and something that has helped you out winning the trophy as well?
Yes, it's nice to play with him. He's young, he has a great future, a bright future in my team. So he's calm, but he still, I think, feels some pressure, and he needs time to get used to it. But it's fine. He's young.
I want to ask you about
You're young, dog.
Plenty of times last season, it was always close games, a lot of overtimes. Even in this tournament before, it was an overtime. What made it so that in the final you guys were able to beat them so convincingly?
So I think like we were in good shape. We really were